minutes. Ooh, man, 30-minute ban. Hey, listen, you'll come out right before the economic data is here. So I guess it works out. Yeah.
CYCN.
Do 10 seconds? Let me see if I can do 2 seconds.
RGTI.
All right, I put him in timeout for 10 seconds. Let me see if it lets him out.
IMCC.
It's not about being
TRNR.
right, it's about promoting other channels, brother. The reason I set this rule, and again, it was an accident. I really didn't mean to ban him for that long. I was only going to do 30 seconds, but somehow I gave him 30 minutes, which, again, my fault. But the problem with other people promoting people is, like, this is what happens. And this is, honestly, you can ask Pawn, super common.
CYCN.
Right? Person creates a YouTube channel, right? And they're watching me because they want to grow on YouTube, which is fine. Like, I'm not against it. You just can't plug yourself, right? And so said person will create a different account. Either two things will happen. First is the person will be super nice. He'll be the friendliest guy ever. He'll be my best freaking friend. John, you're so great. John, I love your content.
HWH.
And then eventually the pitch comes. And then it's like, hey, John, I've got this channel, such and such and such. Would you mind giving me a plug? And then as soon as I say no, they turn into the biggest hater in the world, right? Like, honestly, as soon as you say no, they hate you.
MDAI.
They hate your life. It genuinely happens. And so it's just easy to just say, hey, no plugging other people.
MDAI.
Another thing that'll happen is that they'll create another username, right? And they'll pretend to be somebody else. And they'll be like, hey, guys, my name's Steve. But John
Benzinga market update, S&P futures down 6, the Dow futures up 15, Nasdaq is down 50.
And so they'll either pretend to be somebody else promoting
$69.21, natural gas down
like, hey,
17
Bill,
cents at $3.29.
They'll
Gold is
pretend
up
not to be Bill and be like,
29.40
hey, check out Bill's channel here.
at
It just happens a lot. Because of that, I just have to
26.75.70.
make the
Bitcoin
rules.
futures up 25.30 at
promoting other channels.
93,525.
It makes it simple.
Coming up at 8:30, jobless claims, the GDP
SMCI.
for
At least it wasn't
Q3,
30 years.
durable goods, PCE prices. Coming up at 8:30.
Yeah, Ty, see if you can chat now. Now it's 30 minutes and 10 seconds. I know, that's what I thought it would be. I tried to see if it would let me. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I only root for the Dodgers right now because they have
KXIN.
Shohei. And I like Shohei. At least it wasn't 30 years. Yeah, they really need to let you take the timing off, right? What if I accidentally ban somebody for a
IMCC.
week? I can't unban them? Are they really going to do that? Like, what if I
IMG.
accidentally ban them for a month, right? Are they really banned for a month? I can't do anything. What if I accidentally ban Pawn for a week, right? Like, what am I supposed to do in that scenario?
IMG. KODK.
Hey, but I do want to say thank you so much, guys. We broke 150,000 subscribers.
WYY.
KODK.
I do want to say thank you so much. We broke 150,000. Crazy. Honestly.
LX.
Never thought this channel
TRNR.
would get there.
IMG. TRNR.
So thank you so much, chat. I appreciate the love.
PDD.
8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, so we got 30 minutes. 30 minutes left.
SGBX, that would take
TRNR.
your business
Got
update.
jobless.
Sandy Golf Bravo X-ray.
JFBR.
I'm gonna speed the top.
ITRN.
If you guys think I should speed it, I'm gonna speed this top
NDLK.
one up a little bit.
MRNOD. NRDY. Mara.
Maybe like this is probably good.
MRSN.
RCAT.
Jobless claims expected at 215. Core PC expected at 0.3. I can appreciate your grind. Thank you,
EVEX.
DD. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you, Ricky.
TRNR.
Bro, I'm older than 30.
RLYB, Rally Bio, announcing publication of target-mediated drug
I don't understand this
disposition
question.
modeling
If
and
numbers are good for the
simulations
economy, rates
informing the
probably won't be cut. That's
LYB
bearish for stocks.
12
It's not
dosing
always
regimen in
bearish.
pregnant women. That's
Rates aren't
Romeo
cut
Lima
because the
Yankee
economy's
Bravo.
thriving. When the economy's
HWH.
thriving, people are spending more money, including buying more stocks. And so it's not always that type of
RLYB.
correlation, although it can be, right?
AIM Immunotech announcing
GOGL.
cash conservation
TRNR.
plan.
BTS.
Independent board members to receive 100% of
TLT.
director compensation and name stock. That's
We already
Alpha
traded
Traded
a
India
little bit this
Michael.
morning. Again, we have
Yeah,
timed
I am.
ourselves out on Top
Uber.
Step today so that we don't end up giving back everything.
RLYB.
KODK.
The timeout feature on Top Step is really nice.
IMG.
DITF.
People just need to watch what they say. John, I agree. We support you. Hey, thanks so much, Melody. Appreciate it. So why is the economy thriving and they are cutting?
CYCN.
Well, you got to think about it like this, right? The ideal situation is to keep interest rates low, right? There's a lot of pressure on the Fed,
HWH.
especially during election years, to keep interest rates low. And so what the Fed did, so these are short-term interest rates.
Toya.
During the pandemic,
Sure.
short-term interest
Sure.
rates were cut to almost zero. Say this is zero, right? Short-term interest rates were cut to almost zero. This caused inflation. So if you look at inflation, this
CYCN.
caused inflation, CPI, PCE, to spike,
SAN.
right? Rates being low like this caused inflation to spike.
AMLX. IDAI.
Because when rates are
CYCN.
low, people have
IDAI.
cheaper access to money. They tend to spend more. They tend to buy more. And when
IDAI.
people buy more and the economy thrives, prices go up.
IDAI shares
HQQ.
popping here.
Now,
India
in order to
Delta Alpha
combat this
India.
rise in inflation at the top, the Federal Reserve did a bunch of rate hikes. They started raising the federal funds rate. They did quantitative tightening. They did a bunch of stuff to try to bring interest rates up to higher levels, right? And so now, pre-pandemic, rates were at like 3%, right? Now, they're at freaking 7-8% up here, right? And this is not ideal, regardless of
Toya.
what, inflation looks like, the economy looks like, all that stuff.
IDAI.
I'm looking at
IDAI.
mortgages,
Toya.
right? But
IDAI.
we can look at the federal funds rate and see a similar thing. And mortgages are
IDAI.
indirectly
IDAI,
IDAI.
68
cents
now.
together. So the point is, ideally, interest rates.
Stamp.
People want interest rates to be low. It's cheaper to buy
IDAI.
homes. It'll help the
FTCI,
real estate
FTRNR.
market, it'll help
IDAI.
lending, it'll help the
announcing
economy to a certain extent.
1 for 10
And so in
reverse
general,
stock split. That's
UMAC.
Foxtrot Tango
interest rates to
Charlie.
be low, but
FTC.
you have to have
Foxtrot
IDAI.
Tango Charlie India.
IDAI.
And so essentially
with
what
a
happened
reverse
is
stock
like,
split,
what we
1
did
for
was that we
10
raised rates so
to
aggressively
take effect
following the
on
pandemic.
November
that
29th.
RXT.
Regardless of
That's
what
on
happened,
Friday.
IBD.
regardless of where the
That's
economy
Foxtrot
was, the
Tango
Fed was gonna
IDAI.
start cutting
Charlie
rates back
India.
down. Just because they don't want to keep interest rates too high for too long. The longer you keep them up there, the worse the economy gets. And it's kind of like picking up pennies in front of a train track. Like the longer you do it, the worse it gets. So you don't want to do it.
IDAI.
Right. The
about
goal is to
70
keep
cents
interest
now
rates
at
down
IDAI.
before we
Toya.
strike before we cause a recession, not afterwards. And so
QBTS.
my guess is they're trying to bring interest rates down to not cause a
RCAT.
recession. But GDP data is strong, the labor market's strong, unemployment's under 4.5%, and so everything's pretty decent economics wise. And the real reason people are mostly unhappy is because of inflation. Inflation went
MDAI.
up dramatically following 2020. And that's the
IMG.
reason most people are still unhappy to this day. Like when I say, hey, the economy's strong,
KXIN.
people get mad. They're like, oh, how dare you say that the economy not strong.
Toya.
A lot of it is political bias because, it's the
Uber.
worst it could ever be. Cough, cough, elect our guy. But,
IMG.
but the real reason most people are unhappy is because
North,
prices
Northeast.
for a lot of stuff have gone up 3 or
ECOG.
4x. And that's not good. That's not good for anybody. So
Toya.
Coming up at 8:30, jobless claims. Initial claims, 215,000 expected. Continuing claims, 1.91 million.
what red folder?
The GDP for Q3, 2.8% is expected. Durable goods, minus 0.8% month over month.
IMG.
Or
MSFT.
durable goods, plus 0.2%
Toya.
month over month.
CYCN.
That's
The
coming up
economy isn't
in
thriving.
about
Yeah, I mean, it depends on which slate you're
24
looking
minutes
at.
at 8:30 a.m.
Um,
Eastern Time.
Again,
Sure.
like people that don't understand
Sure.
economics are going to get offended by me saying that,
Kerr.
right? And it depends on what you consider thriving. Like, I'm not even saying it's thriving, but it's more so the economy, the labor market's strong.
Toya.
Unemployment's low. GDP's almost 3%, right? And so when you take the conventional metrics into account, the economy's
LX.
doing okay. The real reason people are unhappy is inflation, right? And so
Kerr.
when I ask people, hey,
Kerr.
how is the economy not weak right now?
Kerr.
Usually they spit out inflation, but inflation's the opposite of what they should be
Sure.
saying, right? That's kind of like saying,
CYCN.
I'll think of an analogy. I'm slow today. Let me sip my coffee. I'll think of a good analogy.
Gur.
Gur. Toyo.
1st of March 2023.
IDAI.
Yeah, most correlate
IDAI.
inflation to the economy.
IDAI.
Again, it's related, but again, the economy is doing good.
Air.
GDP's at 3%. Unemployment's under 4.5%. Right.
Krone.
But everything's not perfect. I'm not saying things are rosy and perfect, right? Because
CC.
you know, there's some inflation problems, and really once prices go up, they don't really go back down. And so once they go up, we're stuck with them. And that's really why people are unhappy, is because the inflation that we got in the years following the pandemic, because of a lot of things like quantitative easing, money printing, stimulus checks, that caused a lot of inflation in the following years after 2020. And that's the reason most people are still unhappy to this day. It's just prices have gone up so much for them. But again, you got to understand, like, prices going up is a sign of a strong economy, right? Just because I say a strong economy doesn't mean everything's perfect and rosy and good,
IFBD.
you know. And that's very often why when I hear this, right, when I say this, I'm like, hey, the economy's doing good, and people are like, nah, how dare you, right? And then I explain it, and then it's just kind of crickets, you know, because they know what I'm saying. It makes sense, and you know, they didn't really understand what I was saying to begin with. Anyways, Bitcoin up on almost 94,000 in Bitcoin futures. There's Nvidia bouncing back too, so Nvidia's popping back up. Let's see if it holds. Kind of choppy, but down slightly on the day. Hey, Ty, you're back. Okay, so it lets you back. Yeah, no, all good, Ty. I'm just glad I let you back in here. So, if I ban somebody for too long, I can give them a 10-second ban and it'll let them back in. That's good to know. That's good to know.
Xena.
But if rates are not cut, yields go up. Bad for stocks because investors rather go for yields. Sure, that's true. Le dude, 100%.
IDAI.
Yeah, so again, you got to understand this, right? When rates are cut, yields go down and the price of bonds goes up, right? When rates are cut, yields go down, the price of bonds goes up. If you look at what rates are doing now, so say we look at like TNX, here's the yields, right? This is what I like to look at on a daily chart. If we look at the yields, let me see what yields did yesterday from the Fed. I thought the Fed minutes report was hawkish, right? And it looks like it was, because we got a little bit of bullish action from it. Yeah, here's the 26th. Let's see 1 o'clock.
UNCY.
Okay. Bro, why does, like, it always corrects? I want...
WKHS.
Where's New York time? I just want New York time. All right. So yeah, so there's the 26th.
IDAI.
So really, we didn't see much
IDAI.
IDAI.
MDAI.
I guess that's last night.
Xena.
I'm trying to see what yields
MDAI.
did. I thought the report yesterday was hawkish, which would make yields go up, because a more hawkish Fed means that bond prices go down and yields go up. A more restrictive Fed means again, a more restrictive Fed means
TRNR.
bond prices go down and yields go up.
SIM.
IDAI.
IDAI. IDAI. IDAI. IDAI.
Bro, I always like to listen to your point of view.
IDAI.
Top 3 worst, best.
IDAI shares now up 100%.
TRNR.
T-stamp India Delta Alpha India.
TRNR. TRNR.
We only have eyes for John. Yeah. Hey.
RKLB.
Bitcoin heading up there too.
KXIN.
Question: do you guys have
PGHL.
any?
Big
is there
spread.
any better symbol to watch yields?
IFBD.
I know I look at 10-year yields. SPY's looking weak though this morning here. All right, guys, we got economic data dropping in 20 minutes, guys. A little bit less than 20 minutes actually. NVIDIA's chopping down at the bottom here. Hawk 2-ish. Yeah. Yesterday we were talking about the hawkish stance, and a lot of people gave us the Hawk 2 joke. It's because I showed them pictures of this, right? Like here's a
QMMM.
There's some good jokes that I got somewhere in there. I have to find them. Look at some of these old pictures. I'm looking at some of these old video. Look at me. Look at young John. My hair was blonde when I was born. Young John. There he is. Look at that. That's the most 90s shirt I've ever seen in my life. Dude, that is I look like Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life with that shirt. It's the most 90s shirt I've ever seen.
TRNR.
Look, I could be on an episode
TRNR.
of Friends right now in that shirt. Here's another one too. Look at this. Focused, preparing myself to be the top 3 greatest investor trader of all time ever in the world.
KXIN. TRNR.
Hey, what's up, Taker? Hey, thanks so much. What other funny videos do I have? Let's see what else I got. Oh, we got young
TRNR.
20-year-old sideways
TRNR.
John with curly hair. Look at me. Beardless John. Yeah. I go through my stages.
CYCN.
Man. I go through my stages. What else we got?
Xena.
DQ.
Xena.
Crone.
I got some more pictures too. Let me see if I can find them. Oh, we got AI John. Look at AI John though, bro. This is AI. Something's just not quite right about it. I had AI do these headshots. Something's just not quite right about this. Right? It doesn't really look like me.
Xena.
The eyebrows are weird. The nose is off for sure. Something's just not quite right about AI John. I just don't like it. We got young Brucey. There's young Bruce. All right, guys. Hey, 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Where's the one I was trying to find here? Bruce was a freaking specimen of a dog, though. Look at Bruce, man. This is 7-month-old Bruce. This is a beautiful dog. Beautiful dog. All right, guys. You guys ready? I was looking for... I had one of me.
KXIN.
There it is. Yeah. Hawkish. Hawkish John.
Joby.
Yeah. Rebel John. Here. And then this is Hawkish John. You know? Alright. I didn't know Limp Bizkit made another album. Hey.
AMC.
HWH.
Looks like you had a nice head of hair. Honestly, it was funny. Somebody the other day accused me of trying to hide my balding hair. Right. And I had to like take off the hat, honestly. It was one of the best proving wrong situations I've ever had in my life because I got too much freaking hair. Honestly, I wake up in the morning and my hair is literally like this. Right? Like there's nothing I can do to it. I have to kind of like put it down. It's so fluffy and frizzy when I wake up in the morning. That's why I wear a freaking hat every day. It's too hard to deal with. Be like, Bruce, what's your dad holding? He's holding a Harris hawk. My dad's a falconer. So my dad hunts with hawks, with actual hawks. And so that's like hunting I did as a kid.
KXIN.
Joby.
Trains them and hunts with them.
KXIN.
Yeah, 100% Taker. That's me. All right, guys. Anyways, and I'm not judging you if you're bald. Like, it's all good. You know, it's all love here.
KXIN.
Another good question is, will crypto
KXIN.
rise on Thanksgiving? I think that's a good question. Will crypto rise on Thanksgiving, chat?
JXJT.
I do appreciate it though, chat. We did break 100,000 subscribers, which is crazy, or 150,000 subscribers. Fed minutes report got us there. SPY just broke over these $600 levels, so SPY is now technically green, I believe, in pre-market now. Let me see. Yeah,
LGMK.
so the SPY is now technically green in pre-market. It broke the pre-market high. Extended hours is still a little low because it hit highs of 601.40, 601.50s in after hours yesterday. But it's at the highs of pre-market. SPY's up to almost $601. Let's put the NASDAQ back up here. NASDAQ still sitting under 21K. Getting close though. It's moving back up. So 21K is up here, this light blue. Or this K is up here, this light blue. Or this blue line.
CYCN. IDAI.
Does crypto react to this data?
PR. CTOR.
MSTX.
Yes. People say that I look like Canelo Alvarez. Do I really? I must look like everybody. Because I've heard a mix of almost freaking everything.
AKBA.
Do I really look like Canelo here? I don't know. I don't see it. I do have a little bit of reddish in my beard.
CYCN.
Yeah, I do look like my dad, 100%. Super Micro. Where's Super Micro? I haven't even looked at Super Micro in a couple days. I know it's bouncing back up a big amount. I'm trying to not to get FOMO in it though, because I think it's just too risky for me. Everybody's different. Some people are going to prefer taking stuff like this. For me, it's just too risky. It's too much of a gamble. Like, I like more sure things than this.
IDAI.
It's definitely not a sure thing. All right, so NVIDIA, very flat, very choppy. I think we got a lot of economic reports coming out today, and so I think the whole market's kind of waiting for this stuff to
IMCC.
drop, right? We got GDP data, we got PCE data, we got jobless claims data. We got a lot of stuff coming out, and I think the whole market is essentially just kind of waiting for all this stuff to drop at once.
IMCC. IMG.
All right, we still got 10 minutes left.
AI.
IMCC.
GWAV.
IDAI.
Yeah, it's weird how much you change.
Shares
going up, because,
popping
like,
to
my
the highs
son
now,
looks just like
43 cents.
this,
Golf Whiskey
right?
Alpha
So if you
Victor,
look at my son,
GWAV. Company announced
this looks like my son, you know.
expects U.S. tariffs on steel imports to drive margin expansion in FY 2025.
AKBA.
That's Golf Whiskey
NIO.
Alpha Victor.
CYCN. KODK. MDAI.
There we go.
Northeast.
Yeah, I know the stream just died, and now we're back. It's all right. Yeah, we're back. I don't know what happened. Oh my gosh, dude.
CYCN.
Yeah, we're back now, but it's still kind of
TLT.
glitching out a little
CYCN.
bit, unfortunately. Yeah, it seems like it was just OBS almost. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me now? You should be good. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. We should be good. We should be back up. Let me make sure. Yep, all good. Yeah, I don't know what happened, man. OBS is just off. Weird. But this was my whole internet that cut out. Honestly, my internet could do better. They could do better. I'm disappointed in my internet connection. Gucci, all good. Gravy. The game is cold, but it's gravy. Pimp C. Are we back? I think we are. All right, cool. Disappointing.
PLTR.
We still got almost 1,000 people here, so it didn't really. The music's still off. I know. I mean.
SGD.
Yeah, so I'm gonna disconnect. I'm gonna disconnect my Wi-Fi. It might cut out for a second, just so I can use the wired connection. There we go.
AMC.
All right, yeah. So it refreshed it. We're back. All right, cool. Yeah, we got 7 minutes, guys. 7 minutes. It's super strange it cut out like that. All right, so still got 6 minutes left.
TRNR.
Again, so we got PCE data. Thanks for the stream, bro. So I think PCE data today at 10 a.m. is the biggest report for sure, right? So PCE data at 10, 100% the largest report here. Definitely the largest.
IREN.
Inflation data is the more important. So what the Fed looks like in terms of data is personal consumption expenditure. It's PCE data. So the Fed likes to look at PCE over everything else for inflation reading, right? And so today, that's what we got. We got PCE
QMCO
coming out, but it's at 10 a.m. since it's a holiday week. It drops at 10 a.m. And so that's what's going on today.
Nova.
Is PCE data 10 a.m. Jobless claims, GDP data at 9 a.m. I'm going to exit out of some stuff too, just so I can make sure we're running smooth here. We'll keep that one up.
QMCO. QMCO.
There we go. Exit out of this too.
QMCO. Big spread.
Exit out of that as well.
QMCO. QMCO. QMCO.
Yeah, we should be good. All right, but yeah, so today we got jobless claims, durable goods. I'm curious if PCE is going to release at the same time. I don't think it is. But, you know, some are saying PCE drops in 5 minutes too, but the Bureau of Labor Statistics says it's going to be at 10. So,
CYCN.
data is the big one.
CYCN. HWH.
Bearish. I think they want to pump it up either way today. Yeah, we'll
see.
TRNR.
Yeah, my mom's basement, man. I got to get all this stuff fixed. All right, Chad, we got 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left. We got about 1,000 people here. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Thanks so much for the support. Again, we're looking at PCE data. I'm ready for it.
IFBD.
PCE is the big one, but it's at 10.
IFBD. TRNR.
DDD.
Rest in peace, Pepsi. Yeah, so trading economics, I do see 8:30 here. TV says 7:30 Central. We'll see, man. It's hard to tell.
NKTX. DQ.
So the actual website,
TRNR.
right? If I look at the actual Bureau of Labor Statistics, it shows personal consumption indicator, personal income for October.
TRNR.
10 a.m. is what it's showing here. So everybody has a different. Typically, PCE is at 8:30, but I think today, since we got GDP, jobless claims, unemployment, and a bunch of other stuff releasing, I think
TRNR.
Yeah, I'm back. Hit the live button next to the play button. Make sure you're fully caught up on stream.
VSTE.
Yeah, so if you hit the live button next to the play button, it'll make sure you're caught up. All right, chat.
PDYN.
VZ.
PDYN.
I'd be ready.
Knock.
All right, chat. We got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Hit the live button. Next to the play
TRNR.
button, chat. Hit the notification bell. Thanks so much.
BORR.
I appreciate it. Let's keep the grind up. Again, a lot of apps are saying different stuff, but we have it today specifically at 10 a.m. for PCE data, GDP data expected at 2.8%, jobless claims
OVV.
expected at 215.
TRNT.
And we're gonna cover it all live as soon as it happens right here on YouTube. So subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit the notification bell. Thanks so much.
VST. PLTR.
Yeah, tons of stuff today,
VST.
though. Let's get ready. Again, hit the live button next to the play button. We got a minute left. Chat, a minute left.
Coming up in a couple of
CYCN.
minutes at 8:30
Kinda
a.m.
looking at a
Eastern
couple
Time. The
different reports,
GDP
but
for
we'll see which one's
Q3
right.
plus 2.8%
Trading Economics
expected.
has it at 8:30.
PCE prices for
Actually, they
Q3
updated
plus
it.
1.5%.
So they updated it. So yeah, it's at 10.
Core
So it's at 10.
PCE
1 minute left,
prices
chat. 1 minute
plus
left.
2.2%.
For GDP data.
TRNR.
Durable
so
goods
jobs
month
data,
over month for October
GDP
minus
data both drop in
0.8%.
40
Core durable
seconds.
goods plus
So jobs
0.2%.
data in terms of jobless claims.
Jobless
unemployment,
claims initial
as well as,
215,000
GDP
expected,
data
continuing
at
claims
2.8%, jobless
1.91
claims
million.
expected
That's
at
coming up
215. Those both drop in
in
about
just
30,
2 minutes now at
35
8:30
seconds.
a.m. Eastern
Hit the live
Time.
button next to the play button. Make sure you're fully caught up. PCE inflation data is released at 10 a.m. Eastern
JFBR.
Standard Time today. So PCE data
QUBT.
releases at 10. This timer's a little bit early, so we still got about 20 seconds left. Just make sure you hit the live
JFBR.
button next to the play button. Make sure you're caught up.
JFBR. JFBR. JFBR.
Yeah, we got a poll already, brother. We got a poll.
JFBR.
All right, here we go. 10 seconds, guys. 5 seconds, really.
EVLV. JFBR. JHUN.
JFBR.
And here's the report right here.
JFBR. IG.
All right, guys,
JFBR,
so
Jeff's brands and
GDP
delivers AI signed
Jobless
binding letter of
claims
intent
showed
for
up
U.S.
at
joint venture
point-
involving AI-powered
durable goods
fully
showed up at
autonomous
0.2%.
robots.
Jobless
That's
claims
Julia
showed up at
Fox, Bravo
213,
Romeo,
lower than
JFBR,
expected.
Jeff's
GDP
brands.
data showed up as expected
TRNR.
at 2.8%.
JFBR.
2.8% for GDP
JFBR.
as expected. Jobless
JFBR.
claims lower than expected, showing more
JFBR.
economic strength than
JFBR.
expected.
JFBR.
213.
Shares of Jeff's
JFBR.
brands.
JFBR.
Here's the
on
NASDAQ.
that,
Mostly
press
positive
release.
reactions here. Here's the NASDAQ.
1 minute
right?
now to the 8:30
So again,
data.
PCE data is not out yet. Durable goods came in at 0.1%. Continuing claims came in lower than expected. Initial
LX.
jobless claims lower than expected, showed less unemployment filings than expected, better unemployment data for the economy than expected. GDP showed up flat, 2.8% quarter over quarter. So we'll put this up scrolling at the top of the screen here. Guys, we'll put this up scrolling at the top. But again, GDP data flat. Jobless claims showed a slightly stronger economy than expected at 213 claims
MDAI.
versus 215 expected. Durable goods showed up 0.2%
TRNR.
positive. So stronger. for the
MDAI.
economy. So stronger economic data mostly here this morning is what this showed today.
IMG.
All right, so we got the GDP report again. GDP showed up flat.
Durable
as
goods
expected,
orders month over month
2.8%.
plus
TMN.
0.2%.
Quarter.
TLIR.
The
JTAI.
GDP for Q3 plus 2.8%
RGTI.
in line.
TLIR.
2.8%.
Core durable goods
There's 2.8%
plus
expected.
0.1% versus plus 0.2%.
IFBD.
Initial claims 213,000, lower than the 215,000 expected. Continuing claims
Okay, so we
1.907
got that up
million.
on
The
screen
estimate
at the
was
top now.
1.91 million, so that's below estimate.
ETHA.
PCE prices for
TLT.
Q3 plus 1.5%
CYCN.
in line.
LQR.
Core PCE prices plus
TRNR.
2.1% lower than the
HUD.
2.2%.
JTAI. Big spread. JTAI.
VLRS.
Personal
Nice, we
income,
got-
personal
we got
spending,
scrolling
waiting
at
for
the top
those
of the screen
numbers
now.
still.
There we go.
LQR.
S&P futures
Put the text a little
moving a
bit
bit
faster
higher
now
now,
since we need
60,
to be.
36,
LQR.
50.
JFBR,
Son.
BITF,
LQR.
There we go.
VST.
213 versus 216. GDP showed 2.8%. Honestly, the market, a little underwhelming reaction. We still have PCE data coming out today.
TRNR.
So we do have PCE data dropping live today. Again, if you haven't already,
IMCC.
check out Top Step. I have locked myself out of Top Step X this morning. You can see my
BAC.
account is unlocked in about an
CNBC.
hour, right? And this is
UMAC.
powerful because I was losing in pre-market. And so Top Step added this new custom lockout feature where you can lock yourself out. If you want to day trade, do not risk your own money.
LQR,
Thousands of dollars of your own money at least.
press release
Instead,
now
try a funded account
UMAC.
program. It
on
makes
the
perfect
acquisition
sense.
by
Just stop and
Mayfang
listen to
Group
me
at
for a second.
$1.58
Most
per
day
share.
traders lose. If you fund your own account, you're probably going to lose.
And
And
Every
agreement for
trader
share
thinks they're going to be
acquisition
some
by Wins
outlier
Technology
prodigy
at
savant. I'm here to tell you that's
$2.85
probably
per
not going
share,
to happen.
along
Instead,
with
you're
high
going to lose your
qualified
first
board
account
nominations
if you
that
risk
link
it most
Quebec
likely.
Romeo.
Instead, try a funded account
JFBR.
program. It's a perfect middle ground of
TSLL.
pressure. They give you a demo. They test your skill with the demo. If you can pass their test,
UMAC,
it's
Donald
only a
Trump
2 to
Jr.
3 ratio.
joins
You gotta make
Universal
3K in
Machines as
profit
an
without losing
advisor.
2K
That's Uniform
first.
Michael Alpha
Following their
Charlie,
rules,
UMAC.
day trading futures.
UMAC,
If you pass that test, they fund you between 50K to 150K with a 90% split, which
UMAC.
is similar to funding your own account. And if you're good enough, you can then withdraw
UMAC.
and fund your own account.
UMAC.
But if you fail, you only lose the monthly
UMAC.
subscription. The base one, the 50K one, is only $49 a month. It's less than $50. Very
UMAC.
limited risk, but you're
UMAC.
still risking
UMAC.
something. And so it teaches you how to
UMAC.
trade under pressure. It's a great way to
UMAC.
learn how to day trade. And if you're good enough, you can get funded, pass it, withdraw, do all that good stuff.
NVMI,
And
Nova
they paid out
announced
over
it has entered into a
$125
definitive
million
agreement
to
to
their
acquire
traders since
Centronics
2020. They fund
Metrology.
thousands of traders.
UMAC.
It's a great way to learn how to
UMAC.
day trade.
in
But they are an
cash.
affiliate or sponsor of mine. I'm
UMAC.
definitely biased in
UMAC.
their favor.
That was,
Understand CFTC
that's
4.41.
NVMI.
Hypothetical
That's
simulated
Michael
performance
India.
analysis.
UMAC.
I do trade off street.
Watch
I don't
the
even
spread.
claim to be a good trader,
VCIG.
guys. But in the futures market, you can day
UMAC
trade the
shares
S&P,
moving
the
on
NASDAQ,
that,
the Dow, the
Trump
Russell,
VCIG.
gold,
Junior
some
news,
currencies. In the futures market,
$9.59.
crypto,
Uniform
micro,
Michael Alpha
VCIG.
Charlie.
VCIG.
patterns are super similar to blue chip stock patterns if you trade
VCIG.
indices. It
VCIG.
just makes sense, guys. It just makes sense. Limited risk, similar reward to funding your own account. It just
VCIG.
makes sense, right? If you want to check it out, here's the link. Great way to help support people here in
VCIG,
the channel. You can
VCI
check it out
Global
right there.
receives conditional letter of award for $24 million AI contract.
VCIG.
That's Victor Charlie India Golf. VCIG.
All right.
VST.
Mostly markets reacted
Shares
negatively. to
moving
this
on
report
that.
here. Look at this drop coming through right now. Drop's coming through here. Look at this. So PCE data, did it drop? Or was this the prelim data for the quarter 3?
UMAC.
2.1% core PCE prelim data. Show up a little bit late, but I don't think this is the right PCE prices.
UMAC,
ASTS.
Did they release PCE? No.
JTAI, JetAI gain compliance with
GDP data came
began
out,
compliance with
jobs
Nasdaq
VCIG.
stockholder
Got PC
equity
data
requirement and
today,
minimum bid price
they
requirement.
updated it.
Julia
refresh
Tango
one more
Alpha
time to make
India,
sure.
JTAI.
Yeah, so core PCE still releases at 10 a.m. Chat, so we still got some time. But the market
Snap.
is falling some here.
VLRS.
IMCC,
Why is the Dixie falling?
ELDN.
Probably less jobless claims. No, that means
VCIG.
stronger economy. I'm not sure why the Dixie's falling.
VCIG. VCIG.
Durable
VCIG.
good orders. I don't know. Durable goods were better than
VCIG.
expected, right? So durable goods showed up at 0.2% positive versus minus 0.8%.
GWRS.
VCIG.
VCIG. VCIG.
Romeo Sandy. GWRS.
GDP showed up at 2.8%.
VCIG.
Jobless claims lower than expected, 213.
VCIG,
Again, stick around, guys. We cover all this stuff as soon as it happens, and we will be covering
QUBT.
PCE as soon as it's released at 10 a.m.
VCIG.
Literally as soon as it's
VCIG.
10 a.m., we're covering PCE data, so stick around. Chat.
ENLV.
VCIG,
MI. VCIG. 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 VCIG.
VCIG.
VCIG.
VCIG,
UMAC. VCIG. VCIG.
VCIG,
That's
VCIG. VST.
VCIG,
right, guys. So now we have PCE data coming out next, right? So
TEF.
PCE data
QUBT.
drops at 10 a.m. Again, this data is expected at so we got PCE data at 10, which is weird. It's different than normal.
Northeast.
Yeah, so we had GDP data out. We got all that stuff out. Now we got PCE data on. Again, market's kind of flat. Hasn't really done too much here. So the market's not really moving like you want it to.
VCIG.
VSTE.
VCIG.
So we had jobless claims come out.
IBIT.
PCE, inflation.
VCIG. 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 VCIG.
VCIG.
VCIG. VCIG.
VCIG.
VCIG.
VCIG.
Yeah, so market's still pretty choppy. Hasn't really done too much on this report. Bitcoin did shoot up though. It's at almost 94,000. And so my BITO purchase yesterday's doing really well here.
JFBR.
All right, so we're gonna end this poll. We got over 1,000. Actually, we'll keep the poll.
FOXO.
PCE data lowers expected.
JFBR.
Right? So lowers expected.
Capped.
So which thumbnail do you guys like more? Here, chat. So here's option 1. I personally like the bobblehead
SQ.
thumbnail. Personally, which thumbnail do you like more? Here's PCE data 1.
JFBR.
This is option number 1. All right. So that's option number 1. Just kind of conventional, big bold yellow text.
TSLA.
And then
TSLL.
for number 2, we got bobblehead, big head inflation data live.
Good
John.
soul.
I personally like this one because I think it's funnier. This is number 2. Please don't vote twice. If you vote twice, I might ban you. So only
JFBR.
vote once in chat. Well, 1 or 2, guys. 1 or 2. Let me know right now. What do you guys think?
JFBR.
It's not a good sign that they delayed PCE. The only reason they delayed PCE is because at 8:30 we had GDP data. We had GDP data. We had jobless claims, unemployment data. We had durable goods data. It's too much data to release at once.
JFBR.
And so because the markets are closed yesterday
VCL.
or tomorrow, because markets are
JFBR.
closed tomorrow, because
HNY.
markets are closed tomorrow, they pushed it back.
FOXO.
You know.
GGLL.
All right, Brent,
RGTI.
I told you if you voted
RGTI.
twice, you're gonna potentially get banned. You're in timeout now. Sit in the
VCIG.
corner and think about what you've done. I don't like
VCIG.
change. Most people
Good
like
soul.
2. So I guess we'll go
ANF.
with 2, but I don't think it
Knock.
matters
UMAC.
too much here, but we'll have
VST.
some fun with it. We'll go with 2. If we got one option that's serious, the other option is comedic. I'm gonna go with comedic here.
UMAC. UMAC.
SDHT.
MDAI.
There we go. So we'll go with comedic.
TSLL. TSLA.
All right. I've never seen this delay. Well, it's because Thanksgiving the market's closed, right? Tomorrow the markets are closed. They don't want to drop it tomorrow because nobody's going to be looking at it tomorrow. So they're
FOXO.
releasing it a day early. Typically the schedule for economic reports like today goes like this, right? Typically the schedule goes GDP data, usually on a Wednesday, PCE data on a
UMAC.
Thursday, right? That's typically the schedule. Since the market's mostly going to be closed tomorrow, including the stock market, they have changed it to where today we have both reports. So we've got PCE data at 10 a.m. and we had GDP data at 8:30, right? But now they can drop both reports, but they're not going to drop them
ANF.
simultaneously because that's too much at once, right? So they're gonna separate them, and so that's why they're doing PCE at 10, which I'm okay with. You can trade futures tomorrow, but indices are closed. I don't think. I think you can probably still trade future indices, but I'm not 100%. I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow. The market's closed. It's boring, and it's Thanksgiving.
IFBD.
TSLT.
You guys red or green today? Chad, red or green? What do you guys think? Yeah, join our
RIBN.
Discord. Completely free, doesn't cost you
QBTS.
QBTS.
Join our Discord. I appreciate the love. Thanks so much.
SAIH.
Honestly, I'm kind of weirded out though, guys, about like internet crapping out right before the 8:30 release is strange. It's almost like somebody's targeting me. It didn't work. I mean, we ended up having
SIDU.
almost 2,000 people. Honestly, we might have had more people now since they did that.
IMCC. VCIG.
But still.
CIN.
All right, SPY moving up. Almost the 601s here, chat. Almost 601s. NVIDIA at 135s.
Indo.
KXIN.
RDFN. Pick.
IMCC.
Yeah, completely free Discord. Doesn't cost a penny. Join it.
IMCC.
FBL.
Bitcoin still runs. Yeah, I think there's a theory. My theory on Bitcoin was this. A lot of the time, Bitcoin runs on weekends, middle of the night, and slow periods because of overseas buys and sells. And so
IMCC.
sometimes Bitcoin can run during
AFRM.
quiet moments for everybody else. When the rest of the markets are quiet,
IMCC.
when the stock market's closed, when the bond markets are closed, when
UMAC.
the futures markets are close, or at least lower liquidity, people end up trading crypto and buying Bitcoin more, right? And so what we see sometimes during those moments is Bitcoin running up during those quiet markets. And so my theory, I bought Bitcoin I bought a Bitcoin ETF when it was at about 92K. And the theory of it was that I thought Bitcoin might make a little run during Thanksgiving and the days preceding Thanksgiving. And so far we're up $2,000 a coin in Bitcoin. Now again, we bought Bitcoin
Northeast.
ETF, so we're not up $2,000 each. You know, I wish I was,
TLPH.
but we're not. But we're still very green on that position here, and so we'll see if that continues. We bought up
C.
6 positions
UMAC.
in the last week in stocks. We bought
UMAC.
up AMD, average price
UMAC.
137s. We're still green on that one. Amazon, we bought it at 190s. It's at almost 210. We bought the Bitcoin ETF. Again, Bitcoin was at about
AFRM.
92. It's at about 94 now. We bought Coca-Cola at 63s.
Nova.
It's at almost 65s. We bought Nike at 75s. It's at almost 78s. We bought Pepsi at 160. It's at almost 163s. We bought Target at 120s.
FUTU.
Low 120s. It's at almost 130. So, doing good on those
UMAC.
positions so far. We'll see if they hold. Just giving you guys an update. Yeah, I think we're going to make a push for 100K
VCIG.
is my theory. But I might be wrong, and it's certainly
DQ.
not guaranteed or
UMAC.
anything like that.
RRC.
UMAC.
WKHS.
UMAC. CYCN.
VRT.
UMAC. UMAC. UMAC.
ESOA. Hood.
QMCO.
Snow.
QMCO.
SPPL, simple, announcing $110,000 contract
Alright,
in
guys.
Thailand.
SPPL.
That's Sandy Papa Lima, SPPL. SLS announcing data from preclinical studies
futures touched
indicating
100K, but the
ASX
actual Bitcoin price did.
L1
QMCO.
mutations as
what were the numbers?
predictor
They're
of
scrolling at the
response
top
to
of the screen. Here, I'll put 'em up on
SL09 and
screen.
QMCO.
cancers.
We'll put
That's
specifically
Sandy
GDP
Lima
data.
Sandy.
SPPL.
SPPL.
Wait,
SLS.
PCE 2.6. I don't know what kind of PCE data that is. But
QMCO.
SPPL,
here is,
simple,
GDP
shares
data.
popping
QMCO.
on the
QMCO.
news, $1.21.
QMCO.
213.
That's Sandy
QMCO.
Papa Lima.
Put this up
QMCO.
on screen too. And then we got
Sieve.
GDP data, 2.8 versus 2.8. Last time was 2.8.
SLS.
All right, so there's the data release right here. I'll put it a little bit
See.
smaller, but we'll put it up so you can see it next to me there. All right, guys, market's coming down though. Still waiting for PCE.
UMAC.
data. PCE's not out yet. PCE comes out at 10 a.m. Eastern.
VSH. Nova. TLT.
UMAC.
HIMS.
All right, guys.
UPST.
So market's very choppy, very flat. I'm
ACHR.
wondering if there's some edge
UMAC.
to this now, though.
UMAC. IDAI.
VST.
UMAC. 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 UMAC.
All right, so we're rejecting at the 200 exponential in NVIDIA. We're looking at the SPY slightly over. We're looking at the NASDAQ
UMAC.
slightly over it as well. So slightly
IDAI.
green on these. Super Micro
IDAI.
all the way down to $35 again.
UMAC.
NASDAQ's still technically red on the day, though.
UMAC.
The S&P technically red on the day as well. So both of these are slightly red on the day, not super green or anything.
IBID.
UMAC. IDAI.
AQB. XPER. IDAI. IDAI.
IDAI.
VSH.
Make sure we don't sound like a rocket ship anymore.
IDAI.
Where's the VIX at right now? Is the
IDAI.
VIX up or down today?
IDAI.
IDAI.
Down. VIX is almost down to 14.
PGHL.
So VIX is very low.
Big
Volatility
spread.
Very low.
IDAI. IDAI.
Exit out of this too, so we're not locked out. I got a lot of windows up right now. I'm gonna have to start exiting out of some of them. I'm trying to make sure this isn't the same PCE data that I'm looking at.
RDDT.
TSLL.
FOXO.
CYCN.
BZH.
QMCO.
So gross domestic product, like when I look at the detail here, 2.8%. You kind of see the graph on real GDP
QMCO.
change from the preceding quarter. 2023, 2024. Pretty flat in 2024. Hasn't done any like crazy movements here.
TLT. IDAI. 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 IDAI.
IDAI.
IDAI.
TRNR.
I see core PCE prices come out at 2.1% versus 2.2% expected, prior of 2.8%. But I don't think these are the actual core PCE index. These are just PCE
CYCN.
prices, which drops at 830. The core PCE index drops at 10. So
TRNR.
it's a different thing.
TRNR.
I think the ball hasn't quite come. S&P still on the channel. Consumer is strong. Well, in high inflation, again, I think people get so biased politically with stuff. They end up like
TSLL.
Like if they dislike or like the current
TSLA.
administration, right? They end up just saying everything's super
TLT.
weak when it's not.
RDDT.
VCIG.
Justify it. And again, like you got to understand, politics blinds people on both sides, right? It really does, man. Like everybody wants to
VCIG.
act like it's the weekest it's ever
VCIG.
been in the economy, and the
VMBG.
economy's not weak at all.
VCIG.
Unemployment's still pretty low. Payroll numbers have been
VCIG.
decent, for the last few years.
VCIG.
GDP's still almost 3%, right? But it doesn't mean things are good either, right? So the other side's going to tell you everything's perfect. That's not true either, right? We still got problems. Inflation's an issue. Right? The truth
VCIG.
is somewhere in the middle. And I
RDFN.
think people have to understand that. The truth is somewhere in the middle. And I think people are blinded on both sides, and they just kind of regurgitate things they hear from each side. But you got to understand, like, there's a lot of...
UMAC.
Neither side wants you to know the truth. They both embellish things, I guess is the point. All right, guys. NASDAQ
Tesla.
at 21K.
TLT.
No, I'm not talking about you, Pew. You can disagree. It's all good. It doesn't mean you're
RMTI.
politically biased. I just think there's so much. That's the bias I see happen
TSLL.
so much on my stream. Right? It's just too much. Like everybody thinks.
IDAI.
They just get super biased politically, and it's fine. I just don't base who I am around my political affiliation, and I don't really have one
HMY.
anyway. And again, like we get stronger economy right now because we're rebounding from the last few
GGLL.
years. The big thing is rates, right?
VRT.
Like, do you want low
LX.
rates? Most people want low rates. It's better for people in general to have low rates, but it's not always the ideal situation. The ideal situation to have low rates and low inflation, but that's not reasonable to expect. Sometimes,
TLT.
I think. All right, guys, stick around. Again, we do have PC inflation data coming out at 10 a.m. Now we got this coming out at 10 a.m. So this is an hour and about 4 minutes. Yeah. So we got about an hour and 5 minutes left.
VCIG.
I'll put the timer up here next to me so you guys can see.
IDAI.
People want to be able to afford food. Sure, right? I get it. Prices are up 2, 3, 4x in some places. But prices going up is a sign of a strong economy, not a weak one. You know what I mean? And that's the big misunderstanding. You hear people, if I'm like, hey, the economy's strong,
AG.
that bugs people when they start arguing with me. They're like,
EG.
nah, bro, have you seen prices? And it's like, yeah, I have seen prices. They're up a
IDAI.
lot. That's because the economy's strong. That's precisely what I'm talking about.
Luna.
But it's all good. And again, prices, the issue with prices is that they don't really go back down. They don't go down.
IDAI.
Right? Once they're up, we're stuck with them. Like only in really bad recessions, depressions, do prices
STSS.
literally go down. Outside of that, the best we can do is slow them down. Like if we can have slow price increases,
IFBD.
that's the best we can do. And if we can stall at slow price increases or neutral price
SLS.
increases or neutral prices, that's ideal afterwards.
VCIG.
IBIT.
VCIG.
UMAC.
VCIG.
So Lenny says, how are prices rising? A sign of a strong
UMAC.
economy. Well, this is economics 101, brother. So
UMAC.
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 So-
UMAC.
when people
UMAC.
spend more,
UMAC.
businesses raise prices, and the economy is judged by spending.
UMAC.
UMAC, unusual machine.
UMAC.
Share is moving
Almost
again here.
GGLL.
Hit a high of
People spend more.
$9.59
Businesses
on
raise
that
prices.
Trump Jr. news now.
High spending is a sign of a strong
Moving
economy.
back again
Consumers that are
now,
willing to go out and
$7.47,
spend
up
signals
more than $2.
literally strong economy,
HMY.
right?
Uniform Michael
More
Alpha
people
Charlie.
working, i.e. more people spending, strong economy. This is economics 101, dude. You should. I don't even know how anybody can ask me that question. No offense to you, Lenny. It's all love here, brother. But obviously, more spending equals a stronger economy, at least to a certain extent, right? If you want an analogy for it, if I sell bubble gum, let me think of something else. if I sell chairs out on the streets and I'm out here slanging chairs, all right,
IBIT.
and say I got 50 chairs to start the day, and I'm selling them for $100 a piece.
UMAC.
And at the end of the day, all 50 chairs are sold, right? Signaling a strong economy. What am I going to do? I
UMAC.
believe I'm going to bump prices up to 150.
UMAC. UMAC.
UMAC.
UMAC.
UMAC.
UMAC. UMAC.
All.
UMAC. UMAC.
NKTX. RDFN. IBIT. HIMS.
UMAC.
AMCR. CLIR. Shell.
IDAI.
SLE. EOLS.
QMCO.
IBIT.
VCIG.
HIMS.
VCIG. IDAI. UMAC. UMAC.
UMAC. UMAC.
UMAC.
UMAC continuing to move
UMAC.
again.
UMAC.
$8.22.
Hood.
Gold.
CVM.
IMG. ETHU.
All.
Gold.
DAIO, Data AI, announcing
UMAC.
organizational changes to align with scaling and growth strategies. That is
UMAC.
Delta
UMAC.
Alpha India Oscar.
UMAC.
UMAC.
NTRA, Natera, announcing Medicare coverage for
FUTU.
Prospera and single lung
SAN.
transplant recipients. That's November Tango Romeo Alpha, NTRA.
Again.
NVDQ.
MSAI, Multi-Sensor AI, announcing a new interim CEO, Michael Sandy Alpha
CONL.
India. SOS to invest $50
IMG.
million to purchase Bitcoin. Sandy Oscar Sandy.
AMCR.
IFBD.
IDAI. 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 Coin.
IDAI hitting 79 cents now at the high.
IDAI.
IDAI.
India Delta
IDAI.
Alpha
BAC.
India.
FUTU. Shell.
IFBD.
FRSX Foresight says
ETHA.
INET signs agreement
IFBD.
with Software Republique for deployment of advanced digital
IFBD.
services in France. That's a subsidiary of Foresight,
Lin.
Foxtrot, Romeo, Sandy, X-Ray.
CONL. MSTX. CXM.
VIOT.
FUTU.
MDAI.
DAO.
MDAI. MDAI. UMAC.
Lin. MSTX. BAC.
MDAI.
MSTX. 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 MSTX.
UMAC. IDAI.
Shell.
IDAI. SOS. Big spread.
IDAI. IDAI.
SOS.
MSTX. VLRS.
CYCN.
IBIT. MSTX. BAC. MSTX. NVD.
SOS. 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 Watch the spread.
OLN. IBIT.
SOS.
MIGI.
SOS. 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 Big spread.
Hood.
SOS.
CLIR.
Big spread.
TGT.
SOS. Big spread.
SOS.
SOS. Watch the spread. IDAI.
MSTX.
SOS.
TEF.
VCIG. 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 UMAC. UMAC. UMAC.
HURA. Grav.
VCIG. VCIG.
WMT.
UMAC. 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 UMAC.
Grav. HURA.
UMAC. UMAC. UMAC.
UMAC. UMAC. UMAC.
UMAC.
Et.
UMAC.
WMT. Poet. ODFL, HURA,
UMAC. UMAC.
SOS.
NIO.
NISN. WMT.
TRNR. UMAC.
BNAI.
TRNR.
UMAC.
UMAC.
FHN. VFF, Googsol. NISN.
IDAI. TRNR.
TS. UMAC.
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 UMAC. UMAC.
WMT.
UMAC.
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 UMAC,
UMAC.
$10 now. Another pop here at the highs. Uniform Michael Alpha
UMAC.
Charlie.
TPR.
UMAC. UMAC. UMAC.
GGLL. VST. UMAC.
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 UMAC. UMAC.
UMAC.
UMAC.
UMAC.
UMAC,
UMAC.
$10.60 now, continuing to spike here on
MT.
that Donald Trump Jr. news.
UMAC.
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 Share is approaching 100%
UMAC.
gain.
UMAC.
UMAC. UMAC.
FDMT. BNAI. WMT.
UMAC. VCIG.
GOEV Canoe said on November 26th, the company entered into common stock purchase agreements with certain suppliers and vendors, pursuant to which the company issued to the vendors an aggregate of 7.1 million shares at
UMAC.
39 cents per share. That is
UMAC.
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 UMAC hitting $11 now.
UMAC.
UMAC. UMAC.
LX. WMT. UMAC.
IDAI. IDAI.
TIGR. LX. HTHT. QMMM. UMAC.
UMAC. UMAC.
WMT.
UMAC. VCIG. Grab.
UPLD. KVUE.
IDAI. IDAI. CYCN.
IBIT.
PGHL. Big spread. PGHL.
VRNA. HURA. STIM. ATN.
VCIG. UMAC. IDAI.
Done. IVIT. LX.
Hood. MSTX.
Hood. PR.
Wolf.
GSK.
SOS. KODK.
ZM.
UMAC.
RDFN.
UMAC.
CLIR. ARQQ. Mesa. Hood.
CYCN.
KPRX. KPRX.
HAO, Haoxi Health Technology awarded a 30 million RMB framework contract to
PGHL.
provide digital advertising services for Tengyuan Media Advertising. That's
PROC.
Hotel Alpha Oscar.
LX. CNTM. MSTX. PMNT.
IDAI.
LX. Sony, WBX, QD, OL, KPRX, ACHR, TLT, KPRX, AMCR,
Eric,
Eric,
UMAC,
MSTX, MSTR, MSTX, Hood,
VCIG,
O,
VCIG,
OVV,
UMAC,
TIGR, NVD,
UMAC,
ACHR, Mara, Lin, CRTM, MSTX, RDZN, CNTM,
UMAC,
IRN, MSTX,
VSE,
IRN, MSTX, MSTX,
VSE,
MSTX,
BLK and
MSTX.
STT, BlackRock, State Street,
IREN,
Vanguard, accused by
MSTX.
Republican State Attorney General violating antitrust law
SOS.
through climate activism.
SOS,
That's
Big
probably
spread.
Makilo, Sandy Tango Tango. 1 minute to the U.S. market open.
MSTX, MSTX,
SOS, Big spread,
MSTX, MSTX,
SOS, SOS,
GMM,
VCIG, Mara, VCIG,
PD,
HWH, QBTS, UMAC, PGHL,
UMAC,
Big spread,
UMAC, UMAC, UMAC,
UMAC,
UMAC,
Mesa,
HSAI, UMAC, 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 UMCO, GMCO,
Mesa,
TRNR, GOGL, QMCO, TRNR, QMCO, TRNR, IRNCO, QMCO,
Dow Jones
VCIG,
Industrial Average up
QMCO,
1.36, S&P 500
UMAC,
7.90,
UMAC,
NASDAQ 51.30 after the open.
QMCO, CPL,
IMCC, UMAC,
DYN, Duo, IRN, Poet, IRN, Kin, IRN,
QMCO,
SLTI, IRN, Kin,
QMCO,
IRN, 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 REAMC, IRN, AMC, DIM, FAIC, NTLS, IRN, CAT, SAVA, IRN, TDYN, PDYN, ELPW, AMC, SLS,
IREN,
UAVS,
Xena,
HWH, HURA, HSAI, HWH 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 MDAI BLDE BTM Xena
HWH
KSS
Xena
Sava Azena KSS Sava TSSI
Xena
SMTK HWH
HWH
Sava
HWH
MDAI,
getting
HWH
a
Cat
pop here. Hotel Whiskey
MDAI,
Hotel.
HWH
HWH.
PDYN
PLAB
HWH VCIG VCIG PDYN BLD KSS
HWH
RCHWH KSS MULN ACHR YMMT SMST ACHR
VCIG
DCIG GCIG VCIG
VCIG
JFBR
HWH
DDR ACHR
HWH
ACHR ACHR VCHR PULM SBFM
UMAC halted on a circuit breaker.
Kilo.
Uniform Michael Alpha
ACHR
Charlie down
Duo.
at $9.42. UMAC.
FDMT NKLA NKLA Duo VCIG VCIG
VCIG
ACHR VCIG VCIG GCIG capped Hollow ACHR ACHR
IREN
SOHR SOS MDAI SOS
MDAI
SOS SOS FOXO VTYX FFI
IREN
NKLA Joby KLA
SOS
HIMS KSS SIKLA HURA Capped MBLNK IREN TXPEV XPEV IMCC HAFN BLNK IMCC
XTKG
IMCC KSS KSS HRA Sava
IMCC
SOXS 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 KSS IRN SDDD Sava
IMCC. I am Cannabis getting a pop here. India Michael Charlie Charlie up 45%. IMCC.
DDD DDD PSTX HTX DHT QMMM BGNC ACHR Plug HUMM
PLAB
AQMMM AMCR KSS IRMMM BRFS KSM or PSTX KSS EVTL Hope VSH AMCR GRFS FFIE EVTL AGNC PSTX GRFS NKLA KSS KSS
VCIG
KSS
VCIG
KSS BLD CLF TIGR BLD
VCIG
TYX RCAT KSS RZLV RCAT KSS RCAT GOTAT RCAT KC VTYX CLF RCAT TIGR TIGR CIFR RCAT CLW HLFN KSS VCIG RCAT VLRS
RVYL
DHT VCIG VCIG DHT
MOBX
RCAT RCAT
CDXC Chromadex getting a pop here.
Ken.
$7.83.
RCAT,
Shares up
BBWI,
3% at
EL.
the highs.
HRTX.
Charlie Delta X-Ray Charlie. CDXC.
RCAT
Coming up,
RCAT
the Chicago
DHT,
PMI.
Ken RCAT RCAT
capped
LX RCAT CDZI,
expecting
GRFS,
44.9,
DD,
TSLQ,
JTAI, RNW, SBFM, NAT,
VUZI,
at 10
KRIS,
pending home sales.
VUZI,
VUZI, VUZI,
BLD, CTO, BLNK, KC,
VUZI,
Guess, VUZI, Capped, Plug,
Capped,
Plug, Orc,
VUZI,
Also scheduled for 10, the PCE price index.
RCAT, UWMC, DDD,
PDYN,
QMCO shares were
Fate.
halted. Quebec Michael Charlie
VCIG.
Oscar shares halted down 21.13.
PDYN,
HAFN, VCIG,
PDYN.
HUMA, VLRS, Hollow, HAFN, CLF, CLF, VCIG, HIMS,
UMAC resuming.
PDYN,
DDLV,
VCIG,
Uniform Michael Alpha
RNW.
Charlie
Hollow,
PDYN,
shares now at
PSTX.
$9.35, up 78%.
GMM.
UMAC.
Hollow,
PDYN,
SMTC, PSTX, RNW, PSTX, SMTC, Guess, OTLK, VSH, VRCA, CDZI,
UMAC,
UMTL,
DEO, UMAC,
BLD,
UMAC, VUZI,
LX, BLD, Guess, HTCR,
VUZI,
HTCR,
VCIG,
QSG, EVTL, Crone, Orc, VSH, VSH,
UMAC,
HIMS, PSTX, SOS,
IMG,
QSTX, LX, HASN, LX,
SOS,
IRN, LX,
QMCO
HAFN.
resuming. SOS resuming.
HIMS, ASPI,
SOS at the highs now $10.75
BLD,
and halted
9,
again on a circuit
Woof.
breaker at the
SDOT,
highs, up
VCIG.
54%
RNW.
on SOS company earlier
Kit,
announced
VCIG.
purchase
VCIG.
will purchase up to $50 million worth of Bitcoin. SOS.
VCIG,
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 BLD,
PGHL. Watch the spread.
NRGV,
Xena,
QSG,
MDAI,
HIMS, Crone, BLD, ALCX, BLD,
CYCN,
LX, BLD, Sava, HURA, MDAI, Sava, EVTL, Crone, Guess,
Way. PGHL. Big spread. Way.
Sava, Fate, 9,
Way.
DMHI,
VCIG,
ASPI, ASPI, EVTL, ARWR, NRGI, ARWR, PSQH, ARWR, KDLY,
VCIG,
HTCR, ACDC, ARWR, QSG, Guess, ASPI, WOOF, SMCX, PSQH, BLD, AVYL, BLD, ALMS ARWR ACHR ACHR
HWH,
AZI DLD
UMAC,
SAVA
IFBD,
ACHR
UMAC,
ICT
VCIG,
Hollow HAFN LXCI NRGV SAVA SAVA
Xena.
LX QSG
IFBD,
BLD OB PSTX ACDC ARWR ACHR WTO
IFBD,
TYX ACHR ACHR SBLK Nova Sava CXYZ Sava Sava
HSAL,
Sava IRN Sava IRN IRN IRN
QMCO,
Joby
watch the spread,
Woof
QMCO, watch the spread, UMAC,
ACHR HUMA VRCA ARWR HTCR
UMAC,
VTYX ACHR
QMCO,
Joby VTYX
UMAC,
GRFS ACHR GTYX Joby QUBT Sava Sava Joby ACHR ACHR TYX Joby ARWR IRWR GRFS IRN IRN Sava IRN KIN ACHR LX ACDC
UMAC,
Sava QSG Joby
PTLO Portillo's moving to the highs,
UMAC,
$11.57.
UMAC,
Tango Lima Oscar.
ACHR
UMAC,
Real
QUBT,
GOTU PYXS
Sava,
LX Sava Poet Poet LX VRCA Joby
Sava,
Joby
VCIG,
LX SMLS
Chicago PMI
HAFN
44.9, the
CHBT,
consensus.
Works.
SOS MAXN SOS SOS
SOS resuming trade now.
SOS.
Sandy Oscar Sandy.
ICT
SOS,
CDZI NRGV RXRX HUMA QSG
And halted
VSH.
again on a circuit breaker. SOS.
RXRX HAYX AVXL HTCR Woof 9 IRN VTYX AMC VSH VSH BTM ARWR Poet SMLR PYXS ARWR ARWR HAFN VRCA ARWR ARWR NVDA RVYL HAFN NRGV HAFN Poet TKNO VLRS GOTU NRGV BLD BLD CDZI Poet HAFN Fro QSG HTCR Dan BLDT Poet QUBT CRNC ACDC SMCX AGAN LRGV LX
CHPT,
RCA Oust
QUBT,
ACHR OCGN RDDT
QUBT,
DHR
QUBT,
ACHR ACHR OCGN Fro Up ACHR
UMAC,
DHRM ACHR
HSAI,
Fro LX
UMAC,
ARWR VTOC LX
UMAC,
ARWR SVLK SMCX
UMAC,
ARWR DHT RIVN CRNC ARWR HAFN ACHR LX ACHR Fate ACHR TKNO ACHR Lee
VCIG,
RIVN Hollow Fro HTCR PSTX POWW
IMCC,
LX Lee
UMAC,
TKNO Lee ARWR Lee
UMAC,
Lee IRBT ACHR
UMAC,
HAFN ACDC ACHR ACHR ACHR
UMAC,
CRTO Fro DHT
UMAC,
Hollow SMCI Hollow SMCX
UMAC,
Fro NMHI Fro
UMAC,
BLD BLD Lee BLD Up DDD ICT DDD Lee TCT Lee BLD DDD BLD Grav Real QUBT MCWH LX Lee CSLR Lee LX
VCIG,
Lee LX
VCIG,
IRN ATCS SOS RIVN
API, TRNR,
IRN IRBT GOTU
BTCS,
LX
SOS, Big Spread,
Turn
SOS,
GOGL Lee
TRNR, TRNR,
BLD
TRNR,
Go Lee BLDAT Lee ARWR RMSG GOGL Up PODC LX GOTU Again. IRBT. FCEL. LX. LX. FCEL. HOGL. LX. BB. LX. PODC. GOGL. PODC.
PODC.
GOGL. FCEL. HAFN. GOGL. LX. LX. HAFN. 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 SPC. SPC. GROV. HAFN. LX.
VUZI.
SPC. HAFN. GOGL. GOGL.
VUZI.
GOGL. SPC.
VCIG.
GROV. FRO. GOGL. LX.
VCIG.
GROV. GOGL. VSH. GROV.
GROV.
GOGL. VSH. ASH.
GROV.
VSH. HAFN. OTLK.
LX.
TER. OTLK. VSH. OTLK. BB.
QMCO. Big spread.
GOGL. VNDA.
LX.
LX. VSH.
VCIG.
FRO. CRVO. VSH.
LX.
GOGO. GOGL. SPWH. SPWH. GOGL.
Capped.
HUYA. IBG. GOGL.
RCAT.
IRBT. ZIM. RMTI.
ELAB.
HAFN. KOPN. HAFN. SPC. FRO. FRO. FRO.
RCAT.
FRO. XPER.
HURA.
HUYA. GRFS.
HURA.
LX. XPER. LX. VNDA.
HURA.
HUYN.
ELAB.
CRVO. SPWH. HUYA. North Northeast. VSH. UMAC. UMAC.
VCIG.
KIT. UMAC.
MVST. Xena.
RVYL.
Xena.
CRVO. MXCT.
Xena.
GOTU. VNDA. VSH.
ELAB.
What if there was a way
CRVO.
to know if a stock will be
VSH.
bullish or bearish the day before? The truth is,
Xena.
IFBD.
Hey everyone,
IFBD.
IFBD.
MyCareerFutures.com.
API.
ELAB.
I want to show you guys
ELAB.
how
ABCL.
I look at
VSH.
markets
ELAB.
and people who
ELAB.
trade size look at
Xena.
markets.
OTLK.
When a market sells off,
OTLK.
how do we know
VSH.
where it's going to sell off to? How do we know the
ELAB.
nature of the sell-off?
OTLK. OTLK.
It's that whole process of finding a bottom for long enough to get long. As supply runs out, as
OTLK.
supply goes up, we can sell into that strength, which is created by a lack of supply, right? Price moves higher
VSH.
when it, runs out of
VSH.
supply at lower prices. Price seeks higher to go find those sellers who are willing to sell. So here we have a
IFBD.
liquidation.
IFBD.
The market
ABCL.
does some
ELAB.
nice distributions, on the way up, nice sideways distribution. Then it comes back into this distribution because it ran out of buyers,
OTLK.
and then it drops again. Now I'm just going to play this.
OTLK.
It's at 60 times speed, so just keep this video not, long and boring. Let's try and keep it short. So I'm going to push play. You're going to see the market now come into this balance area, right? And what's going on now is right at certain levels. At certain levels, the market, if it breaks that level,
ELAB.
the people who are using that level as a stop will start coming out. So it holds that level because shorts come in. The people who are short on the way up, they come in and they starting to bid here and to cover. So they start buying first. They're always the first to buy, right? They buy here, stabilize
TNGX.
price. They see a big seller. Ooh, drop the price, right? Drop the price again. So now we're going to
ELAB.
let this trade, and you're going to see there's two-sided trades on both sides of 55, 56. Sorry, 53, 56 quarter,
QUBT.
53, 62 quarter.
GROV.
Sorry.
Growth Collaborate.
So you're going to see there's a
Collaboratives,
seller
getting
here
popular
and there are
on
buyers
Grok.
here.
some,
And what that
relatively light
action
volume
going
now,
back
hit a
and
high of
forth is,
$1.73
it's
pulling back.
letting
That's
the market
GROV.
clean itself out. We've got trap long selling,
IFBD.
and the people who are long down here under 53.46, they're selling to outcompete
Coming
those
up
longs,
in
and they just stop selling.
just a
When
minute,
it
the
comes
PCE
close to one of
price
their cost
index
basis
for
areas,
October
market drifts
VSH.
back up,
2%,
and they,
PCE
they
price
sell
index
into it. So they're both
plus
sides of
0.3%
this
pending
market,
home
and they
sales,
flip
minus
from the
2.1%.
bid to the offer
QMMN.
as the market goes
IMNM.
over 53.60.
OTLK.
So if you'll watch, and this is
VCIG.
called being both sides. Now, when a large size order comes into this box, it's going to break out of the box,
VCIG.
right? I can't remember what it does here. Let's see if it breaks up or down.
OTLK. HSAI.
See how it breaks
UMAC
down,
shares will hold
comes
it
back
at
into that
VCIG.
box. When it
5
holds
at
the box, the
highs.
target is the top of the box.
HSAI.
Breaks above it,
HSAI.
right?
HURA.
OT.
Distribution here, right? Good distribution. Oh, it's on sale again, right? So we broke out of the box. It started to distribute as soon as we got close to this cost basis. These sellers started to step in
HURA.
and they push price lower. So your target is the bottom of the box. Boom, there it is. So the trades we love are based on this, what you guys would call consolidation. We love when the market looks below and fails. Then we go long here. Got a place to put your stop, got a target, right?
HURA.
And you can always get rid of some product here. And if it moves up higher, you can anticipate that there's sellers going to come out of the woodwork here. So let's say you bought 4 contracts.
HURA.
VSH. GRFS. GMRFS.
HSAI.
Pending home sales plus 2%. The consensus
UMAC.
2.1%.
VCIG. UMAC.
ULC. HUD. HSAI.
IFBD.
API.
IFBD.
VSH. 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 Lab. API.
QUBT.
API.
MSTX. Big spread.
The
QUBT.
PCE price index plus 0.2% in line month over month. Core PCE price
API.
index plus
KODK.
0.2% in line month over month. Personal
VTYX.
income plus 0.6%. Consensus plus 0.3%.
VCIG.
Spending
GCIG.
VCIG.
plus
VCIG.
0.4% in line.
Again. MSTX.
IMG. CYCN,
PTIX, SMLR, again,
GROV, QMMM,
NYMT, API, OTLK, SPWH, OTLK,
SOS,
Fate, API,
SOS,
API, API, API,
SOS, QMMM,
ABSI, VSH, VSH,
VCIG,
VCIG, VCIG, KODK, KODK, BLDE, BLDE,
VCIG,
SMLR,
BLDE,
XPER, API, SMLR, Cron, KODK,
BLDE,
WOOF, SLNH, ARWR, ARWR, KODK, ARWR,
MVST.
KODK, ARWR, 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 MRVI,
SOHU, SOHU,
HUYA, SPWH, KIT,
SOHU,
CONL, PTIX, PTIX,
VCIG, QBTS, QBTS,
SMLR, PTIX, OTLK,
QBTS,
OTLK, again,
MVST,
OTLK, KODK,
VCIG,
KIT, SLNH, again,
HSAI,
OTLK, OTLK,
TRNR,
DBI,
HWH,
MAXN. Kit.
HWH.
Poet. Again. FULC.
AKAN.
API. API.
AGAN.
API. Seat. Poet.
VCIG.
API. OTLK.
AKAN.
Kit.
ELAB. AKAN.
IMNM. Kit.
ELAB.
Kit. SMXT. API.
ELAB. AKAN.
IMNM. XPER. IMNM. OTLK. OTLK. FULC. OTLK. MOND. OTLK. AKTX. Fate. GOGL.
UMAC.
OTLK. LRMR.
UMAC.
IMNM. API. GOGL.
UMAC.
OTLK. BLDP.
FUBO.
OTLK. Poet.
HWH.
OTLK.
ELAB.
OTLK. SPWH. GOGL.
UMAC.
HUT. Poet. Poet. IMNM. Poet.
UMAC.
Poet.
Xena.
IMNM.
Xena. HUD.
ELAB. Fate.
LEU. AKAN. UMAC.
SPWH. ELAB. SPWH.
UMAC.
MOND.
UMAC. UMAC. UMAC.
MOND.
UMAC.
HUT. FCEL. ELAB.
UMAC.
MIGI. ELAB.
UMAC.
MOND.
IMG.
VNDA. API. API. MIGI. LRMR, API,
IMG,
PULM, PULM, MIGI, FCEL, MOND, PULM,
IMG, PULM,
FCEL, BRKH, ELAB, BIGC,
UMAC,
MIGI,
IMG,
AZI, VNDA,
UMAC,
NYMT, Crone, BIGC,
UMAC, UMAC,
ELAB,
UMAC,
TSLQ,
ELAB, LUNR,
ELAB,
ELAB,
LIGI,
MVST,
AKAN, DPRO, OTLK,
TRNR, ACHR, AKAN,
LX, OTLK, 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 ACOGS, NYMT, NYMT,
HWH,
AZI, LX, LX, AGAN,
ELAB,
AGAN, HUT, Crone, Crone, LX, LX, DPRO, MTEK, Fake,
UMAC, UMAC, TRNR, VCIG,
MTEK, NYMT,
YE, VCIG,
TSLQ, MAPS, ARWR, DPRO, CLDI, ACOG,
UMAC, Xena,
VTYX, ACOG, NYMT, CLDI, VNDA, VTYX, CLDI, TLDQ, Crone, CLDI, CLDI, DPRO, CLDI, VSAT, EVTL, API, ACOG,
API,
NYMT, Acre, EVTL, EVTL,
TRNR, VCIG, VCIG,
BRCC,
GROV,
PULM, MAXN, BB,
UMAC,
PULM, BB, NYMT, FINV,
VCIG,
NKTX,
VCIG,
DPRO,
VCIG,
DBI,
GROV,
API, VSAT, API, API, API,
VCIG,
API,
VCIG,
API,
VCIG,
SEDG, CLDI,
VCIG,
CLDI, 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 XERS, CLDI, API. DPRO, CLDI. CLDI, CLDI, API.
API,
API, VNDA. API, API,
DPRO,
CLDI, AZI.
HWH, DPRO,
Rear,
HWH,
rear.
DPRO, DPRO,
Seat,
VCIG,
MOBX.
UMAC, UMAC,
TSLQ.
TSLQ,
FINV.
TSLQ,
DPRO. CLDI. MOBX. Seat. CLDI. Seat.
UMAC, UMAC,
UMAC.
UMAC,
MOBX. MOBX. SEDG.
UMAC,
NTYX. UMAC. SPWH. ANTX. VNDA. EVTL.
VCIG,
PYXS.
VCIG, IFBD,
GRFS. 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 GRFS.
IMCC,
GRFS. GRFS.
IMCC,
IVVD.
IMCC,
MOBX. IFBD. IFBD.
IFBD,
SPWH. GRFS. UMAC.
SOS,
GRFS. NYMT. MOBX. IRN. GRFS. SEDG. UMAC. 9. MOBX. VSE. MOBX, MOBX. Nine. GRFS,
UMAC.
GRFS. GRFS.
VCIG.
GRFS, GRFS. IRN, IRN. GRFS. ANTX. GRFS.
SOS. Watch the
ABEO.
spread. PDYN.
XERS. IRN. MODD. GRFS. IRN.
PDYN.
DBI. XERS. DBI. IRNT. VSAT. IRN. Fate. IRN. IRN. DBI.
IMCC.
GRFS.
IMCC.
TSLQ.
PDYN.
GRFS. 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 VSE.
IMCC.
GRFS.
VCIG.
IRN.
Coming up
VCIG.
in
IRN.
2 minutes,
IRN.
crude oil inventories
SPWH.
and oil outputs.
ACET. VSAT. SMXT.
JBT Corporation confirms receipt of
IFBD.
all regulatory
IRN.
clearances requiring
IRN.
to
IRN.
complete its proposed acquisition of Merrill. That's Juliet Bravo Tango, JBT.
IRN. SMXT. BRKH. DBI.
VSTM.
ABEO.
VCIG.
IMNM. VSE.
TSDD.
Crude oil inventories, a draw of 1.844
ACOG.
million versus the draw of
TSLQ.
1.3 million expected.
HRTG.
Cushing
MLSE.
crude oil
TSLQ.
inventories, a draw of 990,000, and
TSLQ.
gasoline inventories, a build of 3.314 million.
TSLQ. 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 TSLQ.
MOBX. SPWH.
MOBX.
SPWH. SPWH.
SPWH. VCIG. VCIG.
MOBX. DBI.
MOBX.
MOBX.
VCIG. VCIG.
IFBD,
SOS.
IFBD,
Big spread.
IFBD,
MOBX.
IFBD, IFBD,
SOS.
IFBD,
VCIG. APLM. Big spread.
ACOG,
VCIG. VCIG.
King, VCIG, VCIG,
VCIG.
VCIG, VCIG, XERS,
VCIG.
VCIG, 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 MOBX, CETX, VCIG, VCIG,
VCIG.
VCIG, VCIG,
VCIG,
VCIG.
VCI Global shares popping here.
VCIG, VCIG, VCIG.
Company received
VCIG.
earlier a conditional letter of approval. Shares are continuing higher on that news, up 102% for our Victor Charlie India Golf, VCIG.
VCIG, VCIG, VCIG. HUT. VCIG, 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 PYXS. VCIG, VCIG, VCIG. VCIG, 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 MOBX, VCIG,
VCIG.
AZI,
PDYN.
MAXN,
PDYN. VCIG.
MOBX,
PDYN. MOBX.
Acre,
MOBX. Xena. TSLQ. KDLY.
MAXN.
VCIG.
MODD.
UMAC. UMAC. VCIG.
If you give me 90 seconds,
TSLV.
I'll show you how a super
VCIG.
basic trading indicator has not only
MAXN.
revolutionized the way I
Instead of you fighting this thing all the
VCIG.
time,
Here's a simple trading strategy where you trade the same asset every day at the same time. You can use it to achieve trading success without.
good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday, the 31st of August. Hope you all are having a great start to your
AGFY.
long
VCIG.
weekend. It's JJ from Micro E Futures here. Gonna do a video today, and my entire mission in teaching
AGFY.
is to try and cut through the noise,
MODD.
cut through the red tape, get to
VNDA.
really important facts that will help you
VCIG.
make good business decisions, which are trades. So today I'm going to do a little video here, and it's going to be a bit long-winded. It's the anatomy of a
ATRO.
sell-off, then a rebound,
VCIG.
and why after a sell-off, why price moves so quickly to the upside.
VCIG.
And we're going to take a look at this. I'm going to show you how this happens
VCIG.
API.
using
API.
a simple 15-minute
API.
chart with a
API.
volume
API.
profile.
VCIG.
And we're going to talk through this. And I find the best way to
VNDA.
learn is to walk through a market and understand what's going on when a market is performing a certain business operation. Now, if you
ATRO.
understand the business operations that move price, right, you will understand in a more clear fashion
ATRO.
when to trade,
King.
UMAC.
when not to trade,
ATRO.
and
ATRO.
also it'll
VCIG.
keep you from looking to get short
ATRO.
VCIG.
in the wrong place and get long in the wrong place, because
ATRO.
these are really more of
MODD.
the simple way things that traders do
BLDE.
is the shorting at the bottom, they're buying the top,
BTBT.
and they're
VNDA.
trading at the wrong time.
MAXN.
So let's take a look at
CYCN.
this. It's a very simple 15-minute
Faith.
chart. Now you see here we have a liquidation.
Up.
BTBT.
You know, price gets up here
VCIG.
above 56.50, and then it liquidates down.
OTLK.
So when it liquidates down,
MSTX. Big spread.
I'm going to
King.
take that volume profile, and if you see, check this out, folks. If I just stopped it there,
MAXN.
you'd see all
VCIG.
of the volume is trapped above. This is a distribution, you know,
Big spread.
because we sold people product up here. They bought it. They're long, and you
MSTX.
can see how thin
Big
these
spread.
markets are. There's not much buying on the way down. There's a little bit of a ledge here, a little bit of a ledge here, and then another
FULC.
price fall,
FULC.
right? A little bit. These are little
OTLK.
areas where there's some
OTLK.
short covering orders, okay? And
EVTL.
then the market just keeps
OTLK.
continuing lower and lower until it finds
OTLK.
its
OTLK.
bottom where the sell orders have
RVPH.
completed. Now, if I take it to that candle, you can see that we have a cost basis. Sorry. You can see that now we have a cost basis really underneath that blue, the bottom of this blue line. So what I did is I go and I look for balance. I look for a high and a low,
UMAC.
right? And I try and find, you know, a place where there's two-sided
IMCC.
trade happening. Now, this is not the greatest balance zone, and this one's actually above cost basis. So I already know that this is a little bit of a
OTLK.
distribution,
SOS.
right? Because
UMAC.
traders had to take in product
VRCC.
here, right? If I go and double this cost basis to the
UMAC.
downside,
OTLK.
you'll see what I'm talking about, right?
UMAC.
You can see it's pretty close, right? And this is
MODC.
going to help later on. So this is a cost basis, and this is cost
IMCC.
basis to the
ATRO.
downside, but this is negative, right? This is the sale part. So then what we do is, okay, so the market's
UMAC.
liquidated, and maybe we missed the short.
OTLK.
Okay.
VCLI.
What do you do when you miss the short? Well, you got to sit and wait for the
OTLK.
market to find its bottom.
EVTL.
Now, that's where, as they say,
CADL.
patience pays.
FULC.
Because you allow the market to do the work for you, right? Finding a bottom is an expensive
OTLK.
proposition. It is called
OTLK.
price discovery. And you as a retail trader, right, the smart thing for you to do is let somebody else pick up the tab, okay? That's when you got alligator arms,
OCGN.
right? Like when you go to
SIGA.
dinner with your
FULC.
really, really wealthy friends. And it's
UMAC.
a $5,000 dinner
UMAC.
bill, and it's like, oh, my arms can't reach. Okay, so you let the large traders work this out.
UMAC.
Okay, now once
FULC.
it gets above this
STRO.
area, it's going to take some time to clean this volume out. Okay, down here. So now we're going to drag the volume
OTLK.
profile.
UMAC.
As you drag the volume
AGFY.
profile through that blue zone, you can see that there's
OTLK.
quite a cost basis here and here, right?
LOMA.
So that's the
OTLK.
cost basis
NCPL.
of the inventory that's
LOMA.
accumulated. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take that inventory and we're going to sell it so we get
WCT.
into the green zone
LOMA.
above cost basis. Now watch this. Magically, you're going to see this area here.
VCIG.
right? You're going to see
OTLK.
this area here
OTLK.
expand out, and you're going to see distribution. So if I drag the volume profile,
EVTL.
drag it,
CADL.
drag it right to there, right to where it
OTLK.
UMAC.
breaks,
MODD. OTLK.
you're going to see the
UMAC.
distribution of this product
EVTL.
up here over time sideways, right? Now, we did a little look
FULC.
above and fail of whatever this level is,
SLNH.
56.37. So a lot of people would have tried to short this on the 15-minute, a little harder to do. If you break it down to a 5 and 1 minute, you'll be able to see that level and put a look above and fail trade together. But what happens is now we've trapped these people long,
UMAC.
UMAC.
FULC.
we, you know, a place where there's two-sided trade happening. Now, this is not the greatest
ABL.
balance zone, and this one's actually above cost basis. So I already know that this is a little bit of a distribution, right? Because traders had to take in product here, right? If I go and double this cost basis to the downside, you'll see what I'm talking about, right?
AGFY.
You can see it's pretty close,
ABV.
pretty close.
ABV.
Right? And this is going to help
ABV.
later on. So this is a
ABV.
cost basis, and this is cost basis to the downside, but this is negative, right? This is the sale part. So then what we do is, okay, so the market's liquidated, and maybe we missed the short, okay? What do you do when you miss the short? Well, you got to sit and wait for the market to find its bottom. Now, that's where, as they say, patience pays.
ABV.
Because you
UMAC.
allow the market to do the
ABV.
work for you, right? Finding
UMAC.
a bottom is an
ABV.
expensive proposition. It is called price
FINV.
discovery.
ABV.
And you as a
FINV.
retail trader, right? The smart thing for you to do is let somebody else pick up
UMAC.
the tab.
IMCC.
Okay? That's when you got alligator arms, right? Like
IMCC.
when you go to dinner with really, really wealthy friends. And it's a $5,000 dinner bill.
IMCC.
It's like, oh, my arms can't reach. Okay,
IMCC.
so you let the large
IMCC.
traders work this out. Okay. Now, once it gets
IMCC.
above this area, it's going to take some time to clean this volume out. Okay, down here.
IMCC.
So now we're going to drag the volume profile. As you drag the volume
UMAC.
profile through that blue zone, you can see that there's
HWH.
quite a cost basis here and here, right? So that's the cost basis of the inventory that's accumulated. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take that inventory and we're going to sell it. So
HURA.
we get into the green zone above cost basis. Now watch this. Magically, you're going to see this area here, right? You're going to see this area here expand out and you're going to see distribution. So if I drag the volume profile, drag it right to there, right to where it breaks, you're going to see the distribution of this product up here over time sideways, right? Now, we did a little look above and fail of whatever this level is, 56.37. So a lot of people would have tried to short this on the 15-minute, a little harder to do. If you break it down to a 5 and 1 minute, you'll be able to see that level and put a look above and fail trade together. But what happens is now we've trapped these people long. We run out of buyers. The market breaks, and as soon as it starts taking those lows here, the market comes right back into
ELAB.
this balance zone. Now it breaks through that balance zone, and you'll notice it comes right back into that
HWH.
cost basis and flushes it. Now watch this. We're going to go out, 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 and as soon as we get to that
ELAB.
candle, you can see that chunk of volume. That's
HWH.
the late stragglers getting out, and it's all absorbed. So the trade here is the
HWH.
look below of this level, and I'll just mark these levels out for you. Okay, so that's a look below 56, look, 55.97 and a quarter and fail. So you'd be buying up here once it, you can use the 1 minute candles, right? So this is your trade. It's the look below and fail. You buy the fail, the backside of the move, right?
HWH.
Of course, you're not going to get that candle right there, but you're going to try and get some product in this area here, right? Put a few contracts together, right? And now where are you going to get, where's your risk? Your risk is
CRVO
55.97. If it breaks that, then the order flow doesn't support the trade. Now, where are you going to sell some, right? Say you're long a bit at 56.03, 510 contracts. Well, you put your sell orders out, right? And then you maybe take some off here at 56, 12 and a half, 13, right? Not a bad trade, not a bad
VCIG.
trade. As it comes up, you take some off, right? Sorry, arrow's in the wrong spot, right there, right? That green candle.
UMAC.
Now, what happens there is the market liquidates, okay? And there's only a limited amount of sell orders, right? It's not an infinite amount of supply. So once that supply flushes cost basis, comes back up, shorts are the first to buy. Okay, so it's shorts, then wholesale longs, then we start to come in, right, with the momentum traders, right? That's 4 sets of buyers now. Now the people who
EDLV.
shorted down here in the hole, they are the 5th set of buyers. And once they realize they're in trouble, that's when you get those big green
ELB1.
candles up as the market goes and searches for supply. That's a beautiful look below and fail on a 15-minute. There's your opportunity right there. So if you missed the short, if you miss the short
VCIG.
back down, you can wait, put together a nice look below and fail trade, and then you're long and you're selling on the way up
OTLK.
as a professional would do. Okay? So that's the trade there. Now, here's the next part of this. Right now, why does the market
IMCC.
take out these highs at the end of the day? Well,
UMAC.
because now if we take out and move
UMAC.
our volume profile, you could see when the market gets to this level here, ladies and gentlemen, the inventory is now underneath us.
CRVO.
Okay? And these areas which you guys call high volume nodes, that's
PULN.
where the majority of the inventory is priced. Okay? Now,
OTLK.
you're going to distribute up here at the end of the day like we did at the end of the day Friday. So, what are your
URB.
trades going forward
DPRL.
in Globex, right? When Globex opens, you're looking for a move back down underneath 55, 52. And if that breaks, then we can come back down and just use the levels, right? Anyway, bit of a long video, right? But I wanted to show you that the
CRVO.
best entry sometimes is after the sell-off when you see trap shorts getting short in bad location. Now, sounds really complicated, but it's not. Once you understand the process, how inventory is marked up and then sold off, we can help you put together a nice trade, right? That's low stress, that takes advantage of the business. Instead of you fighting this thing all the
UMAC.
time, getting stopped
UMAC.
out, blowing up accounts, come learn from us on how to trade with the market in a lower stress environment where your risk is always, always measured. Your risk is always at the forefront because if we can
UMAC.
keep you trading, if we can keep you from blowing up accounts, eventually you're going to learn. But if you keep blowing up your accounts, you're not going to learn because you're going to go through a horrible mental cycle of anger and all of these emotions. If we can keep your money while you're learning, teach you how to use risk management appropriately, intelligently, learn the business, learn when to trade, when not to trade, when not to get into the way of these large traders. If we can do that, we can really help you trade from a nice, calm place, right? And make a decent living, and where you're not up at 3 o'clock in the morning babysitting trades, all of that sort of thing. The stress of the trade is lower when you're involved at the right time, right? And the right side
BTCS.
of the move.
UMAC.
And we will teach you that. Come check us out at microefutures.com. We've got a 7-day trial. I'm JJ. Let's make risk management sexy again. Let's keep, let's help you keep your money, earn an income. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your Labor Day, and we will see you on Tuesday. Thanks, everyone.
UMAC.
Bye for now.
HURA.
AGFY. AGFY. Kaba.
UMAC.
Rear.
HURA.
AGFY. IPSC. King. MTTR. MTTR. OTLK. OTLK. AGFY.
ACHR.
FENC. OTLK. CADL. OTLK.
HURA. AGFY.
OTLK.
Watch the spread.
OTLK. OTLK. ACHR. PYXS. Air.
VCIG.
Rear.
IFBD. IFBD.
NCPL.
Way.
CADL. GOTU. XERS.
Way. Way. Way.
CCCC. CABA. IVVD. AZI.
MOBX.
NCPL. Fate. MTTR. CADL.
I just paid $300 million for a bunch of real estate in Fort Lauderdale and Miami. I'm in Malibu right now.
VCIG.
I'm gonna do a
The soft skills
NFE.
crisis. 1 in 4 executives wouldn't even think of hiring an entry-level Gen Z grad today. That's
UMAC.
Fortune magazine. California, I talked about the minimum wage. Tariffs, check this out. Target stock drops nearly 20%. That's $10 billion they lost
HURA.
in a day. That's Target.
NKTX.
Walmart. They're talking about how
HURA.
tariffs could probably cause Walmart price hikes. That's a Forbes story. And then Ford to cut 14%
HURA.
of European jobs, blaming EV shift
HURA.
and rising competition. Bezos comes out.
HURA.
Says, listen, guys, either come back to the office or send in your letter.
HURA.
And if you don't want to come back to the office,
HURA.
okay with that, go to town.
HURA.
Who's funding
HURA.
new home
HURA.
purchases? Mom and
HURA.
dad. So here's stories. Okay, who's buying new home purchases?
XCUR.
Mom and dad.
Watch the spread.
Rising housing costs could lead to an
HURA.
increase in parental
PYXS.
support for younger home buyers, with 26% of recent buyers using family cash for down
LGCY.
payments,
API.
up from 23% last year. That's a +3. According to Redfin, parents like Deb Sen say they are giving their kids money each year to help with the down payment, while some, like parents in Minneapolis, are paying cash for the home outright. More young adults are turning to family for financial
NKTX,
assistance,
LRE.
asking for cash instead of traditional wedding or baby gifts. That's actually a good move, by the way.
HURA.
Hey, we're going to give you $10,000, $20,000. Now help me buy the house. I like that. Or moving back home. Census data shows record shares of adults ages 25 to 34 living with parents. And then next story says young adults are holding off
VCIG.
on moving out of parents' houses.
CCCC.
About 1 in
TRNR.
every 3 adult
AGFY.
ages 18 to 34 is living with parents right now. And Gen Z struggles with income and prioritizing savings. Over
VCIG.
50% of Gen Z adults report they
VCIG.
don't make enough money to live the
HURA.
life they want per Bank of America data that they have. Victoria Franklin, 27, chose to live with her mother
HURA.
after college, saving
TRNR.
50% of her income.
Two logical explanations
Way.
and a punchline. The two logical explanations are this. First of all, you know, what we saw
FENC.
happen when you print a bunch of
MSTX.
money, you cause asset prices to go crazy. And housing prices have gone crazy just about everywhere. I think national averages
UMAC.
were up about 37%. Places like San Diego and Austin, I think, have pulled back
HWH.
15% off peaks. So there's been some adjustment there, but housing is more expensive than it's ever been. Number one.
Way.
And number two is the building over COVID had a pulse, and building is still catching up. As a matter of fact, builder
HWH.
stocks, Toll Brothers, Lanier, Pulte, if you look at the indexes with those, they're doing really, really well. Why? Because they're building like
IVVD.
mad, but the supply isn't
UMAC.
catching up. And once the supply catches up in the right places, prices will come down in those areas because there's more homes available.
NKTX.
So that's the first logical explanation, from the printing of money that increased home prices
OTLK.
to COVID, and we didn't build for a while,
OTLK.
and now we're building at a
OTLK.
record place. And we got a bunch of people moving into America. I wonder from where. Different topic.
FCEL.
So you have a supply and you have a demand issue, is keeping the prices up. First logical explanation. Second logical explanation is what's happening here. Is
FCEL.
mom and dad are advancing their inheritance.
URBN.
Most
Zena.
inheritance in this country
PRLD.
is tied to the value of the home. There is more. You talk about
UABS.
baby boomers with $1 million.
Zenith.
GRO and
That's
IPO
not
opening for the day
typical. Most people are getting
at
the inheritance in the form
13:30.
of less than
Kevin.
$200,000 in saving, but the equity it was in their mom and dad's home. So they're advancing
Zenith.
was
that
priced
inheritance
between
here.
$15
That's
and
the
$18.
VVPR.
It's really happened. Here's the punchline. 33% of young adults under the age of 34 are still living in their parents' home. So parents are saying, what if we just advance the inheritance a little bit to get this jerk off the couch and into his own place? So parents are actually getting kids to move out using part of the advance inheritance. I once told my dad I'd never move out of the house, and he said, you little bastard, don't ever threaten me like that. It was.
I want to show you a couple charts. Check this out, guys. In 1970, it took you
TSLQ.
4 years of saving money to buy a house. Today, we're at 7 years. That's just not cool. So we can sit there and be tough on the younger generation and be like, hey, you know, well, you are not disciplined. You're not this. Like, and I used to do that. I'm like, you're not doing it. Dude, what the? But when you go back, it only took 2.4 years. Now it's 6. Why is this? Watch this one here, which is kind of weird. It shows
UNCY.
what percentage of homes we
TSLQ.
built that were 1,400 square feet. Look at that. In the 70s, it was 35, 40%. 4 out of 10 homes we built were 1,400, less than 1,400 square feet. It's a starter home.
Guess.
Hey, babe, it's just you and I, 2 bedrooms. Let's get a place. And today, look at that.
IVVD.
From 40%, the blue's gone all the way down to 5%.
IVVD.
We used to
TSLQ.
build 500,000 homes every year.
SPWH.
Less than 40 starter homes.
SMST.
Entry-level
SMST.
We're at 55,000.
TSLQ.
55,000 guys. And by the way, this isn't just in the last year. Look at it since when?
SMST.
Obama. Oh, wait, and it
SMST.
started declining since when? It went down after Nixon. It went
KAVL.
up under Reagan. It went down again at the tail end of Reagan. Stayed flat under Bush and Clinton. Then it went down under Bush slightly. Then really declined under Obama. And we've stayed at 55,000 a year. By the way, here's what's crazy. During this time, if we go from 70 till today, 1970, I ran some numbers on this. Population was 200 million. We're at 340. So we've increased 140 on 200, which is 70% population's increased, which means this needs to be, instead of 500,000 per year, needs to be 850. But we're at 55. So we're expecting these young kids to go buy a house that a 45-year-old needs to buy that's been in their career for 20 years at 28 years old. Kid is like, dude, what do you expect me to do? I don't have that kind of money. $700,000, I cannot afford it. Right? And then you go to the next chart and you look at what BlackRock and these other guys are doing. This is deeply concerning. Watch this. This is what the investors like BlackRock and others used to invest in homes, you know, all these other things. And the orange is low-price homes they would buy. Green is mid-price. Blue is high-price. Look at the one they're buying. They don't care about mid-price. They don't care about high price. They're buying low price. And now 1 out of every 4 low-price homes is owned by an investor like BlackRock. You think they're buying it because they want to flip? They're not trying to flip. They're trying to say, we're in a rental season, guys. Forget about buying a house. Just come and rent from us. We're going to keep this long-term. And by the way, here's what's crazy. Do you know in many cases what they're paying for these properties? So imagine this. You're buying your house. It's on the market for $200,000. BlackRock comes in and says, what do you have it at, 200? What's the number on this property right now if we run the comps? About 190. We'll give you $300,000. What?
IVVD.
Yeah, we'll give you 250, 300. Are you serious? Yeah. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Jones offered me 195, and me and Mary were going to consider it. Forget about them. We'll give you
VCIG.
Oh, here you go. Wow, what a nice company BlackRock is. I'll take that additional 50. And they're thinking, this is fantastic.
VCIG.
No, this is what's going on. So for us, and you're going to see where I'm going with this, Tom, I'm sitting here thinking about a solution for this.
VCIG.
Because right now out of America, like
VCIG.
this really concerns me. Do you know what percentage of America is developed? Like urban, like people live in there? 82% of Americans live in 2% of land. 82% in 2%.
VCIG.
Which means what? What's going on with the other 98%? We have
a lot of land.
18% live in 98%. How
VCIG.
often are we on a flight and you look down and you're like, damn, bro, there's so much
real estate.
What is this small little town, right? How often do we do that, right? Watch this. Tom and I are playing poker in Arizona or Nashville.
Oh, it's Phoenix.
Phoenix. We're at Phoenix
with
having
Mayor.
a great time with Mayor Masso from Frisco. He's a
VCIG.
three-term mayor of Frisco. And he starts talking about Frisco. I'm like,
Texas?
Yeah. I said, Tom, what is Frisco?
VCIG.
Population 1990, only 6,500. Okay? Frisco's population today, 234,000 people today. Here's the moral of the story. If somebody from the Trump administration is watching this, let's just say, and you say, okay, what do we do with this? California, everybody used to live in LA. I can't afford to buy a house in LA. By the way, in 1990, the average house in Frisco was $58,000. You know what the average house right now is in Frisco? $699. From 58 to 600. How many people you think can buy a house in Frisco today? Okay, $672,000. It used to be $58,000. Moral of the story: Tom, when people couldn't afford to live in LA, where did they move to? The Valley.
A little bit north of that, Valencia. Or they would go, or if
Canyon
you lived in
Country.
Orange County, you went out towards San Bernardino.
That's right. I think a part of this, I'm of the kind that I don't even want to allow the younger generation to have an excuse, because I never wanted it. Like, we grew up with nothing.
UMAC.
Figure out a way to make it work. The right people got to figure out a way to make it work. But it's our
UMAC.
job to make the country a better place for the next generation. I think we got to take that 55,000 starter homes we're building to 1 million
VCIG.
for a few years, because our home shortage right now used to be 2.3 million. We're at 7 to 8 million. What are we talking about? There's plenty of land. Some investors need to sit there and say, guys,
Big spread.
1,400 square feet, starter home, $180,000. Come over here. 2.4
GNLN.
years to save your money. Put a down payment. Get in here, you and your wife. Let's grow the city. Let's create some jobs. Maybe drive 30 minutes to your job. Maybe drive 40 minutes to your job. We'll bring more businesses. When we do, you'll get the job here in town. And then we'll develop the
GNLN.
I don't know. If I was a governor, if I was a president, or if I had a job like that, this would be a very interesting direction to go, because the younger generation will love you forever if you create the right policies and opportunities for this.
The older communities are the ones that get bought up, and that's where
GNLN.
these, 1,700, 2,000 square foot homes are that BlackRock owns big blocks of, that become your rental communities. And that's reality where it's happening.
GNLN.
And when you get upset at a mayor or a governor who says, hey, you know what, up in Boynton Beach, I'm going to give a tax incentive for somebody to put 2,000 jobs in here. Don't get upset at that company, put those 2,000 jobs there, because now you've got jobs out of the big urban areas of Fort Lauderdale and Miami, so that you can have good jobs there for people could live in areas where the home is less expensive. So if you go further and further and further out, the debate becomes,
UMAC.
Carpool lanes, transit, rail. How do these people get to work conveniently so that they're not spending their life in commuting? And so I think when you hear governors that are trying to make this mix, and you complain about a tax incentive for a business to move jobs out to where these houses are, you should shut up, because you don't know what you're talking about. That's exactly where we need the jobs, out near the homes that cost a little bit less. And we need to incentivize building back towards city centers where there's been industrial areas that have been, reconstituted.
So all this conversation about tariffs, Target, the stock drops nearly
UMAC.
20% after earnings call falls short. Now, why is Target important? Who shops at Target?
Mainstream America.
Mainstream America. FYI, we're always at Target ourselves, because we may have money, but we kind of like to. We, like to go to Target as well, or Walmart. I respect both of those places.
Save that money.
Target shares drops 18%. That's a $10 billion day that we're talking about. Okay, literally 18%, $25 billion in revenue, missing estimates by 2.3 shares of 25.9 billion, and market reacts. Then, fourth story, tariffs will probably cause Walmart price hikes, CFO says. Forceful tariffs promoted by Trump would likely lead to higher prices for consumers, according to a top executive at Walmart, the U.S.'s largest company by revenue. Notable warning on the potential inflationary effects of Trump's favorable trade policy tool. There probably will be cases where prices will go up for consumers, and Walmart's chief financial officer told CNBC the impact of this price is a roughly 10% tax on all imports and 60% tax on Chinese imports. Backed by Trump, tariffs are inflationary for customers. It's not immediately clear how quickly tariffs will be implemented. The odds of 10% across the board tariffs in 2025 are low, wrote JP Morgan's chief U.S. economist Michael Feroli, right? Then Ford to cut 14% of European jobs. They're worried. What the hell is going on with tariffs? It's a real thing that a lot of people are worried about.
Common sense enters the arena. And I think people of all walks of life should listen to that and understand what's going on. And the negotiator at the table is going to be Donald Trump. And people say across the board, because they want to make it sound like Trump is going to hurt us and prices are going to go up and all these things are going to happen. I'm going to get to the Walmart guy in just a second. Instead, he's out to negotiate with people so it's a fair playing field and American workers can be making cars that are bought by French citizens. And for French citizens who don't want to buy the Peugeot anymore, which is probably a good idea, maybe someday you'll be able to buy a Ford EV or a Mustang and see American ingenuity and American entrepreneurship and the American brand come to you at an affordable price.
SOS.
He's absolutely right. And
Big
guess
spread.
what? Donald Trump is going to be the negotiator in chief, and this is
UMCO.
turbocharge what's happening in the economy. Now, What are people saying? What are the liberal media saying? Your prices are going up because of
LNG,
Trump. Prices are going up
seen
because
a
they're
report from
already
Reuters that
trying to
federal
throw
regulators
the peanut
on
butter at him and
Wednesday
see what's going to
gave
stick. But you
Cheniere
know what?
Energy permission
Even the
to
guy at Walmart said,
introduce
we don't really
natural
see a
gas into
10%
its
hike
Corpus
coming across the
Christi
board.
expansion
We don't
project.
see that happen. We think the odds of that in 25 are low.
That's Lima,
But what
November Gulf,
is the
LNG.
headline that Forbes, owned by the
OTLK,
Chinese, that puts up there?
OTLK.
What is the headline? The headline is, it's going to cause price
OTLK.
hikes. Trump's going to cause it to you.
OTLK,
He's not even in
OTLK,
there in a position
OTLK.
where he can actually help, and they're already going after it.
The easiest way to bring it to the average day-to-day person to hear is the following. Give me 5 different types of parents on how they punish their kids.
We'll start at the most aggressive. One strike, you're grounded, and they make it stick. So it's called that the boot
VCIG.
camp military parent. They're fair, they're not beating
VCIG.
their kids, but it's one strike and you're grounded, or you sit in a corner, you have timeout, or whatever.
VCIG.
Then you get to the people, maybe it's the 3-strike
VCIG.
3-strike rule. Then you get to the
IDAI.
negotiator.
VCIG.
You see a
VCIG.
kid having a tantrum at Target. No, Jeremy, no,
VCIG.
Jeremy, I'll give you ice cream.
VCIG.
The
VCIG.
negotiator
That's right.
parent.
That's
VCIG.
right.
And then you've got the
VCIG.
threaten and do nothing. And then lastly, you've got the absent parent. There is no
VCIG.
discipline, and they expect the schools to do it.
You know what the other one is? The one that punches you, hits
Ass
you,
whooping.
sticks,
XBIO.
ass whipping, belt, whatever you want to call it. That's
missed
the
that one,
fully,
Tom.
fully. But guess what? No matter what you do, you build a reputation. And once as a parent you have a reputation, there's not much you can do to
IVVD.
rebuild that reputation. Meaning, if you're tough, it's not going to happen. Listen, bro, don't do it. If they can get whatever they want from you, they're like, listen, don't try to act tough. We know who you are. You're easy. You're going to give me the candy, okay? And I'm going to eat that chocolate and the ice cream. There's nothing you can do about it.
That's right. Just
They say
negotiate
that
with
in their
Mom.
head.
She'll
They're
break.
saying that in their head.
VCIG.
When it comes down to tariffs,
VCIG.
here's how it works. Some presidents are like, look, why don't you
VCIG.
just buy some
VCIG.
Ford from us?
VCIG.
And Germany
VCIG.
says, no.
VCIG.
VCIG.
But no.
VCIG.
But why don't you? Because you're a
VCIG.
moron.
VCIG.
And I'm tariffing you 100% and you do nothing to me. You're letting me sell you
VCIG.
BMW, Mercedes and everything, and
VCIG.
you're literally the worst negotiator I've ever dated in my life.
Auf
And you don't
Wiedersehen,
have a
Blomkopf.
backbone. You're weak. Got it.
VCIG.
Then this other guy shows up. All right. Can you tell me why you tariff us 100% if we sell our cars in your country and we do nothing? Oh, it's just an
VRCC.
agreement that we made 48 years ago.
It's a tradition.
I don't give a shit.
VCIG.
Why do you do this? Well, listen, here's what we got.
VCIG.
You got 30 days to lower that 100% tariff to 0 and commit to buying $50 billion of our cars every year, or else we're taking it to 100%. All your cars come in here. I'm going to sell my cars in America. Quite frankly, our cars are better than yours and cheaper than yours. Screw you. What do you want to do, BMW, Mercedes? And all they're like, oh, shit. There's a new sheriff in town that I got to be careful with. This is the whole concept of pow-pow and disciplining your kids and negotiating.
VSAG.
Very simple. Some parents are like, but no, it's just a child.
ABV.
The guy's 12 years old. He's not a child. It's just a kid. Like, dude, what the hell are you talking about? You know at 6 years old when there's got to be some disciplines in place, right? So to me, tariffs, I'm actually excited to see what's going to be happening. I love the way Howard Lutnick broke it down. And for the people that are pro, anti, whatever position you have, just remember styles of parenting.
OTLK.
If you're a soft parent, you
ABB.
probably don't want any tariffs. But if you're a tough parent because you work your ass off and you deliver a good life to your kids, and you expect a little bit more than the average parent that's
VCIG.
worried about walking on
VCIG.
eggshells and their kids control them, you're probably going to be a guy that's going to be pro-tariffs. But that's how
VCIG.
simple that argument is. It is a tool that we must use to bring back business here.
PRLD.
However,
VCIG.
I met with my Goldman Sachs guy yesterday.
ABV.
And I said,
ABV.
so what's Goldman Sachs' position now that Trump's
ABV.
president? And he says, well,
ABV.
the last 10 years, S&P did
ABV.
13%. Since 1930,
Rare.
S&P did 11%.
ABV.
I said, what does
ABV.
Goldman Sachs think S&P is going to do the next 10 years?
VCIG.
ABV.
He said, we're at 3 to 6%
ABV.
annual growth. I said, really?
FENC.
Why is that? He says, well, the moment Trump got elected,
ABVIG.
interest rates went up.
ABV.
And he says, the reason why interest rates went up is because a lot of people
ABV.
were worried
VCIG.
that
ABV.
inflation's going to hit,
VCIG.
inflation's not going to settle
VCIG.
down, tariffs are going to be an
VCIG.
issue,
ABV.
companies are not going to make as
Rare.
much profits to
VCIG.
reinvest into the company, and we still don't know, but that was the
NCPL.
market's reaction to it.
VCIG.
You'll know if that's real or not
VCIG.
within 6 to 12 months. That's how long we'll
VCIG.
know.
VCIG.
By about June. Would you agree, Tom?
VCIG.
By June or November,
VCIG.
we'll know if it's real or not.
Yeah, we'll know. Well, actually, we'll know
VCIG.
probably April and May because the Secretary Secretary of Treasury will be put in place, and we'll know about the Trump tax plan, which is the thing that he can do definitively for the economy.
Right.
Everything else we kind of wait and see.
ABVE,
We'll know
above
about
food
6 months,
ingredients,
right? April, May.
shares
Okay. So
spiking
that's the
and
part where
halted on a
you have
breaker to the
to
upside.
kind of know that there is
70%.
a possible, like when you are strong
Over the
negotiating
last few minutes, seen a
with
spike in
somebody,
volume as well. Not
until the
yet seen
deal is
any
done,
news to
there
justify
is a
that
lot
movement.
of turbulence
For
during that
Alpha,
period.
Bravo, Victor, Echo,
So if this
ABVE.
tariff negotiation lasts 12 months, the economy is
SMXT.
going to be a little bit in a shake. You know, it's going to be like shaky. But once everybody agrees with the terms 12 months from now, it's going to go like this. My opinion. But there's going to be a season of 12 months of people being worried a little bit still. Tom.
I think we really need to be very, very patient with 2025. A couple moves. I've been thinking about the tariff thing ever since I saw video, and I'm like, wow, what a great way to put it. So BMW built a massive manufacturing plant to build BMWs in the U.S. in South Carolina. Then Mercedes built a massive plant in Alabama, right near Tuscaloosa, right on Highway 10. So as soon as Trump goes tariff, BMW and Mercedes will do furloughs or threaten layoffs of American workers in those cities because they'll want to create headline problems for Trump. And Trump can't blink. You understand? You see where this is going? He can't blink. He's got to say, no, sorry. We're going to have Fords and GMs sold over there. I need these tariffs to come off.
SGMO.
Because the German government will go back around the tree and whisper to BMW and Mercedes, hey, tell them to do that. Trump needs to get some headline rest. So we need to be patient with it because we can't blink because they will blink first. They will absolutely blink first. We got to be patient with it because we talked about the year of investigation,
IMCC.
and the year of prosecutions, and the year of next year is going to be the year of transition in certain things in our economy, and we need to be patient and let the man negotiate and let it come down.
One of the things that Trump says that's very memorable when the PBD did the interview with him, he goes, tariffs.
SMXT.
Favorite word. It's possibly better than the
Zena.
word love. Actually, it is. I love tariffs.
OTLK.
You could just see him in bed being like, yeah.
OTLK.
So dirty.
Anyway, but there's the concept, you know how Trump's always like, we're being treated very unfairly, very unfairly. You know, the Republican Party since Reagan has always been known as the party of free trade. But now with Trump, it's sort of becoming the party of fair trade. We got to be treated fairly. If I send you 10 referrals, you give me 10 and I give you 100, that doesn't seem pretty fair to me. And then as it escalates, we can understand why America's been treated so unfairly. And then the Marshall Plan was in, what, 1948? 1948. Then there was the WTO and NAFTA all in basically the mid-90s, 94, 95. So all these things that have sort of been failing the test of time, we're going to see what Trump does to eliminate them.
You realize, if you think about, like, how many countries' economies America has helped. Just think about that for a second. For as much as people say about America, how many countries' economies have we helped? Okay, how many? When they came begging, how many times have we helped? It's amazing on how many we've helped. Look at that right there. The United States has provided foreign aid to over 150 countries, as well as 30 regional funds. And that's great. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about creating commerce, letting them know, hey, you may want to consider doing, you know, and by the way, then there's a counter argument to say, dude, what if we didn't help any of those guys? What if we just focused on ourselves?
Like more of a protectionist type of mentality?
What if we went to 100% tariffs on everything that comes in,
VCIG.
and 0% taxes on the money you make? When you think about that, anything that comes in, we tariff 100%, so prices will go up. So let's just say this iPhone is $1,400 to buy. But if Trump and them, if they put 100% tariffs on anything coming out to force companies to build in America, and this phone goes from $1,400 to $2,400.
$2,800.
Let's say $2,800, okay? If it goes to $2,800, and the
UMAC.
only reason I'm saying 24 is because there's a story that says if iPhones were made in America,
Seen an increased volume
$2,400.
in
If it was made
quantum
elsewhere,
computing,
so it's
that's
an 80%
Quebec
increase.
Uniform
That's why it's
Bravo
$2,400.
Tango, QUBT.
Now you may say, damn, that's a
Traders are
lot. But what if
circulating
this
VRCA.
shit goes up to $2,400?
Iceberg
where you pay no
Research.
taxes. So imagine you're making $100,000 a year. 30 grand goes to taxes.
VCIG.
Now you're
VCIG.
making 70
Quebec
grand.
Uniform
You're
Bravo
keeping
Tango
100
shares are moving
FYI,
lower on
you got
volume.
a
VCIG.
Jake, you got a Musk, okay? You got a Trump, right? You got all these
UMAC.
guys. You got the Lutniks of the world. You got all of these guys in the room together. If they did something revolutionary like that and they tested it for 2 years, and they
VCIG.
said, folks, 2027 is the first year where you're not paying any tax.
You know
VCIG.
what that's called? That's called consumption tax. You pay on what you consume.
VT.
Is that a VAT tax?
VAT tax,
Yep,
VAT,
yep,
yeah.
value-added tax. And is it safe to say that
VCIG.
most countries in Europe, almost all of them, now have a very socialist bent and bending away from capitalist principles.
Bent.
The wind is blowing them towards socialism.
VCIG.
Right? For
Very
a bunch
safe.
of socialists,
VCIG.
you sure love market share that you get artificially because of
VCIG.
those tariffs. Because you take the
hang on.
tariffs off and Ford and GM can compete for that market
ATRO.
share of cars. So for a bunch of little bloody socialists, you sure like artificial market share. So you're like little closet capitalists.
ATRO.
UMAC. UMAC.
XCUR.
UMAC.
ABV. ABV. ABV.
ABVE.
ABV. ABV. ABV.
ABVE. UMAC.
ATRO. ABV. ABV. XCUR.
ABVE.
ABV.
UMAC.
SMXT.
ABVE.
ABV.
ABVE.
SEDG.
UMAC. VCIG.
HAFN. XCUR.
WHLR. Big spread. VVPR. WHLR. Big spread.
HAFN.
QUBT. WHLR.
GPRK.
Big spread. WHLR. Big spread. SOS. WHLR. WHLR. SOS. 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 SOS.
GT. IMNM. ACDC. ACDC. IMNM.
SOS. 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 VCIG. VCIG. WHLR. Big spread.
FDMT.
WHLR. Big spread. API. WHLR.
RAB. GP. PRZO, PRZO, IMNM,
IBG.
FULC,
VCIG. VCIG.
HURA, HURA, IMNM, HURA, IMMX, HURA, HURA, XCUR, XCUR, HURA,
XCUR. Watch the spread. HURA.
XCUR,
HURA. XCUR. Watch the spread. VCIG.
VCIG, VCIG,
VCIG.
VVPR,
VVPR. CDZI. ABBE.
Move,
XCUR. Watch the spread.
Real,
XCUR. Watch the spread. UMAC. XCUR. Watch the spread. API. XCUR. Big spread. VCIG. XCUR. Big spread.
VCIG, VCIG,
VCIG.
HT